So we rolling. I got Shawn Highsmith on this episode. This is going to be a different episode than what I usually do, just because of the person that he is. He's an artist. He's an entrepreneur. He's a sports fanatic, kind of like myself. So,
yes, sir.
Where are we going? Where do we start?
Well, it's your show. You tell me. You tell me.
No, so let's talk about. Let's kind of introduce like what you do as far as business wise,
Okay.
what you do musically,
Okay.
and where you want to go musically.
Got you. Well, business wise, I own a commercial remodeling company, H&H Residential and Commercial Services. We've been going for about 5 years now, 5 or 6 years. God has really blessed us through the years. We've traveled, done homes in Tampa, Florida, Houston, all over. So that's something I've been doing for like the past 5 years. I did own a boat chartering company with my best friend Lisa Hickman, but that segues to music. I wanted to try my hand at music, and I needed time to do that, so I had to sell the boating to make time to pursue the music.
Now I don't know if you probably know this, that my father was
Absolutely. Jesse Coleman was one of the baddest in town back then. Yeah.
And what's crazy is he started off, of course, in the church, doing music and singing and preaching, whatever.
First Creation.
That
group actually accomplished a lot.
They
too,
did.
And I don't think they ever really got their recognition.
You know what's crazy about Toledo? Like, I love our city. I love Toledo. But it's like we don't recognize what we have here until it's gone. Like, we don't recognize the artists we have here, the musicians we have here, even the business minds that we have here until like it's too late or it's too or until they're gone. Like my father, he accomplished not a lot with First Creation and a lot by himself as far as being a jazz musician, because for a long time he was like forbidden to play that type of music.
Yeah.
Because of the church, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But eventually we got past that, because that's not what the church really should be doing. Like, music is music, especially jazz music.
Especially jazz. Yeah, jazz is probably the most profound and articulated style of music. I mean, you're talking about some storytelling through music. You really can't get that through too many other genres.
No, I think jazz and blues are the only ones that blues kind of went to rock and roll, to gospel, and jazz the same way. You see, when you listen to modern gospel music or contemporary gospel music, that's jazz.
Yeah, a lot
that's
of
and blues.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. It's like he did music for the church and was playing jazz, riffs and all this stuff in the church. Ain't nobody think about it because he went to church.
Yeah.
But eventually he got to thinking like he got up under a new pastor and basically gave him the okay to say, it's music.
Right.
You're still using it to glorify God because he gave you the gift or whatever. And, he accomplished a lot as a jazz musician.
One thing that I thought about when I decided that I was going to be artist, I've been playing the sax almost 20 years. Like your father was one of the main guys I looked up to. Him, you had Arthur Bishop still going.
Yep.
And I think if people remember Marty?
Yeah.
Marty played organ and he played sax.
Yes.
And I remember he used to come to my church Sunday nights at Bible Way, and he would play organ for Sunday night service. Yep. And then when my brother got good enough to play the organ, out of nowhere one day he just brought in this saxophone, a black and gold LA sax. I'll never forget it. And I'm like, man, what is that? And when I tell you, he was killing on sax, but he never played nowhere.
Because Marty played at Zion.
Okay. He played sax there?
He played sax at Zion.
Really? Okay.
He used to come to our church, Pinewood, which is the Tabernacle now, and play organ sometimes when our organist wasn't there.
Gotcha.
Because Marty's sister was the one of the choir directors at our church. So he played organ, and when he wasn't playing organ or keys, he put out a sax. Yeah.
But I hear a couple of people told me his brother plays trumpet.
Yep.
I never met him or know his name, but they said that they would play together
Chuck.
sometimes. But I never And what the funny thing is, like when I got an adult and I started to play sax, or even my young teenage years, I never seen Marty another day in my life.
Oh, really?
I literally haven't seen him since I was like 13.
Wow.
Like I didn't know if he was still around here, or
Yeah,
but
he's still around. Like I said, he plays keys, plays. I don't know if he still goes to Zion. I don't know if they changed the name of the church or what, but
going back to what I was saying, like you had these guys that play sax, and I feel like that's an instrument that was never really appreciated in this city.
Yeah.
And I used to do a lot of marketing and stuff, and I'm a firm believer. It's sad to say, a lot of times you need the talent, but if you got great marketing, you can subside a little bit.
You know what? No, that's absolutely true, because marketing, to me, is a greater talent than talent itself.
That's fair.
Because there's people who are, I really don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
But there are lower grade or lower tier photographers, videographers, designers,
any business,
musicians, anything. Not just the arts, but any kind of business. But because of their marketing, they're seen more and they're used more by the community.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to do. I'm like, that was my thing. Like I've been playing the sax so long, but I just became an artist 2 years ago. The funny thing is I never wanted to be a saxophonist because I just felt like they weren't cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just feel like, well, I may pursue that like in my 50s.
Yeah.
But then I thought to myself, it was some guys around here, shout out to Mike Williams on sax, Sax B, they came in town and they was saying, man, we heard you, everybody say you play sax. And I'm like, man, I just play at church. I don't know.
Wow.
And they like, why you don't play? I said, there ain't no money in it for real. And it was like, it's a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing my research, and I'm like, well, you know what? One thing that I found is nobody is making it like modernized. Because I stood on that. I'm starting to play some jazz now, but all I played was R&B at first.
Okay.
And I'm kind of transitioning a little bit, but that was what I wanted to do in my mark, to make it cool, like make kids and stuff. I mean, because you got to think, when we was kids, we didn't look up at Gerald Albright and what's the long kid, Kenny G.
Oh, Kenny
you know
G.
what I'm saying? Like that was like middle age thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of want to do it, make it cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wear the bandana with shades and nice outfits and stuff, and kind of make it cool. And it's kind of dope because now parents be hitting me up like, my kids seen your video on TikTok and they want to learn how to play the sax. And so I'm trying to find a way in some time. I would like to do a program for kids. You know what I'm saying, to teach them, but thing is, I don't read no more. I just play strictly off ear. So
really?
That would be. I've actually been playing like that. I haven't read a piece of music since high school.
Okay.
So I've always played off ear. So it would be kind of tricky because I feel like you do need to read to learn,
teach.
and I don't want to shorten anybody. So it's like I tell them all the time, put them in the school program, and then they can come to me for just other stuff, tone and finesse and stuff like that. But that is one thing I want to do.
What's crazy is my son. We put him in piano lessons when he was 4, and so he know how to read music. But he can play by ear as well.
Gotcha.
Just because of my father and me and my brothers or whatever, so he can play by ear too. So when he was in 6th grade, they had band at his school at Emmanuel, and you can't play piano in band.
Jazz band.
He was in jazz band too, but as far as the marching band.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So he said, I want to learn how to play something, So my dad was like, okay, I'll teach you how to play saxophone. So he started playing sax, and he played sax throughout his whole high school, in band, in marching band, played basketball, and then it was in the jazz band. They called it something else. They didn't call it jazz band at Emmanuel because it was.
Oh yeah, the Christian part. Right.
So they called it something else. I think it was like a ensemble band or something like that. Something ensemble. But anyway, so that it kind of like, and I didn't know, that he had interest in that until he mentioned it to my father. And a lot of kids don't find it interesting to play the saxophone, which, I have a different perspective because of my father. He played the saxophone, so I always thought it was cool to play the saxophone. My uncle, James, played the saxophone. I don't know if you met him or not.
James
Coleman. He lives in Detroit. Well, he was in Detroit. Now he's in Atlanta. So
I don't think I've met
him. He used to come down sometimes and play with my father at church, and he did a lot more jazz than my father did.
Gotcha.
So he was always into the jazz part of it way before my father. He didn't care what anybody thought or said because of church, but he played jazz saxophone forever. He played the alto or soprano sax. I know my dad played the alto and the tenor. Yeah, so he played the alto and the soprano sax.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I always thought it was cool to play it. I just never seen anybody in my age group, especially growing up, playing the saxophone at all.
Yeah.
And you actually were probably the first, besides Arthur. I can't think of anybody
really,
like in our age range that plays.
The two guys are named Mike and Sax B. Mike is from Cincinnati,
right?
And he went to Bowling Green and just ended up staying.
He's from
Sax
Findlay.
B is from Lima.
Okay.
And he went to UT and
they
just
came
ended
up
up
and
staying.
did the show. Yeah, they did come up and do a show. Was that with you?
Which one?
They did
Sax in the City.
Sax in the City, yeah.
That was us. It was us three, and then Rick Sexton.
I did the flyer for that. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You actually did. Yeah, you actually did. Yeah, we did that. Sold that out. We actually sold out twice here, and as we also Cincinnati as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And we wanted that. That show was awesome, man. It was tough making it happen. You know, you got 4 guys that's booked a lot, so you're trying to, and we all in different cities, kind of. So it's like making rehearsals happen and all that, but. That was really tough, but on stage, man, you talking about fun, man.
I bet.
But it's just a tough show to make happen. We had planned on making that tour, like 10-city tour. We was thinking, but it's just the logistics of it. It's so tough. It's so tough.
What's like? I used to we used to play, me and my brother and Kelsey Hurd on the drums. Go down to Jackson's and play with my father. And that was probably the most fun I've ever had as a musician. Now, we played in church forever, especially me, my brother, and Kelsey as a trio. And we had other people play bass and guitar and even backup auxiliary drums and keys. But playing with I want to say just saxophone, but playing with brass musicians, oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
Like I usually play the auxiliary, which is either strings, brass, electric keyboard or organ or whatever, when my brother plays piano. So it's like I always was a feeling, but to have that person to actually play that part is like that's a whole different feeling.
Yeah, it's actually a feel instrument. Like I tell people, you have now if you want to play concert band or big band jazz and stuff, those guys just play straight up and down.
Right.
But to be an artist on the saxophone, you have to have an identity.
Man.
You have to have some edge. It's different. I mean, you just feel it. I mean, that's why I'm strategic. I only play records that I can feel. You know what I'm saying? You can tell like when somebody requests a record that I don't like, and I'll just play it. But if it's a record that I can feel, you're gonna feel that I can feel it.
Right.
And you got to be in the right headspace. It's just a feel instrument. It
is like it's a different feeling. Like when you listen to a saxophone. When I listen to a saxophone on a song, particularly. Because it reminds me so much of my dad, but I think it's not just because of that. It's because I know the work that it takes for them to play the saxophone. That's a different type of energy, different type of wind that you have to have. Like I tried it.
I was about to say you never wanted to play saxophone.
I did.
I did.
I couldn't get with it. I couldn't get it.
It take a lot of time. Like I had people that I was giving lessons to that was a little older than me or around my age, and they couldn't grasp the fact. Like there's one lady, she was a retired police officer. She wanted to learn. She bought a nice saxophone. We was working every week. So like we going through the basics. We playing hot cross buns and all this, and by like the third month, she was like, when you gonna show me how to do all that sweet stuff?
Oh, see.
And I'm like, what you mean? She was like, the stuff you be doing when I hear you play. And I'm like, well, you gotta understand, that's even if you went at it every day and you were super intentional, that's still 5 to 10 years worth of learning the sax. Because it's one thing to learn the sax, but you also have to spend time with one sax. So it's like a lot of these big players, like like Donald Hayes, for example. I don't know if you remember Donald Hayes. He was on tour with John P. Key back in the day and all that. He's been playing the same exact horn for like 27 years.
Wow.
That thing looked like it's about to fall apart. And I just found this out. So the main saxophone I played, I bought that maybe 5 years ago. So I'm just now taking it to get like major adjustments. You know, it's starting to break down a little bit. And when I went to get it adjusted, I hated it because a lot of stuff that I did that I was known for, a lot of growls on certain notes and stuff, I couldn't do because now it was fixed.
Wow.
So you have to spend time with your horn, and it's going to be stuff that you can do on that horn because you got a relationship with it. You move on to a new horn. I literally just bought a Kirk Whalum edition P. Murray sax. That was about $6,500. Bought it, and it was expensive, but I wanted it. I thought it was ready for me to transition. Man, I played that. I took it right back.
Really?
I said I would have to start all over
Wow.
on certain things. So I just decided to work with the horn I got, and I just added a tenor. So I just started playing tenor.
So you went from alto to tenor?
Yeah. So in my mind, it was gonna be a balance, you know, because tenor just give you that velvety deep tone.
Listen.
And the thing is, I'm finding out that the more I play tenor, the more I don't want to play alto anymore.
Really?
It's getting very uncomfortable. I thought I can find a balance, but it's just not the tenor. I think maybe I'm just yearning to play the tenor more. I mean, tenor. I could play tenor every day. If I don't have a gig, I'll pull it out and just play.
Wow.
I haven't done that with my alto in years. You know what I'm saying? Like the alto feels like a job.
Yeah.
Tenor feels like
you just out there.
like it's in another world. Yeah. Like it's I don't know. Maybe it's because it's new. I don't know.
No. Speaking of other world, that's how my father used to be. Like when we came home from school, we would come home from King's School, walking down Palmwood. We got to 816 Palmwood. That was our address on Palmwood. Out front of the house, you can hear him playing in the spare bedroom. He'll be in the corner because he get the most reverb.
And all that. Yes, sir.
He'll be in the corner playing his sax, and man, that was the best feeling in the world. And he would just be zoning out, like doing the riffs and everything. And oh my God, it was so amazing just to feel that. And I think about this, like, do other saxophones do that?
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of times, and that's why I'm glad I added the tenor. When something starts to feel too much like a job, I wasn't passionate. I told people in the beginning when I started playing as an artist, when I started to be Sax Fifth, I wasn't passionate about music at all. I'm talking about zero passion. This was about money. You know what I'm saying? And that was my drive. That's why
your drive was gigging.
Literally. You know, that's why I came up with my 2025 marketing scheme was Rich Off Sax. It's not an arrogant thing. It's just a mindset. We trying to get to a goal.
Right.
You know, I want to make 6 figures a year off the sax.
Wow.
Now, I've come pretty close, you know, but we still haven't getting there. But it's when I got the tenor, it's crazy, man. That's what I've been passionate. I've been these last 3 months playing that tenor. It's brought out something different in me. And it's like, yes, I still want to go far. But now you'll find me saying, like tonight I'm going to Cleveland to do a show. I got 2 shows tomorrow in Cleveland, but a buddy of mine, Nate Hicks, another great artist in the city, he has a residency up there. And I said, you know what?
Wow.
I'm going to come up early just to play with you, man, because I just want to play the tenor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm happy, I'm grateful. Because as a musician, you start to feel bad. I feel like in order for it to really work, you have to have passion. But the problem is, I won't single out this city, but it is a bad problem we have in this city. This city drains musicians because they play on their passion. They prey on their passion. And one thing I was happy I didn't have passion because you couldn't play me. You couldn't say, we're going to take care of you and you give me a fish dinner at the end of the night. No, this is what I need, da-da-da. So now I find myself being a little lenient because I'm a little passionate now. Like, well, you know what? If you don't, I'll come for that. You know, I just want to play. But I keep reminding myself, like, no, we have to remember the goal. Because life is expensive now,
it is,
man. And these instruments are not
very
cheap.
expensive.
I mean, the reeds I play are $40 per reed now.
Wow.
Like, I mean, it's...
Man, listen, I remember growing up, and my brother broke one of my dad's reeds.
Well, back then, they was like $3.
But still,
bad, you know what I'm saying?
Still, he used to have like stacks of them, but still, it's like, you broke that's my favorite reed.
Yeah. When you, especially a cane reed, when you really get it broke in, it's just like a sweet spot to see, and you hate when it goes.
Because I used to ask him how do you get it that way? He says you got to wet it. You got to wet it, like you got to work with it till it gets to the sweet spot. Then once it's there, it's like
yes, sir.
It's there.
Sir. So now everybody's playing plastic synthetic reeds.
Oh really?
And they last the Lazier is what
longer?
I play. Yeah, you could play one for like 6 months. But if you really gigging, about 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
But even then, I crack them a little earlier than that. But yeah, it's lots. You don't have. It doesn't have to. Remember you has to wet up the cane. It ain't like that. It's play ready. Because I went to my first jazz show. And that's crazy. I never listened to jazz until last year. Never. I couldn't name you jazz.
Wow.
Nothing. And I fought against it. Like I'll never play jazz. It was a guy named Andre Smoot from Ukraine. He's technically a gospel saxophonist, but he plays like a jazz feel. And I know you know Bob James from Foreplay.
Yep.
So Bob James, what happened? That's a funny story. Pretty much Bob James, he reached out to Bob James like, you one of my idols. I want to bring you to Ukraine for a show. So Bob James said, and he told the story at the first jazz show I went to. And he said, I went there, and he said can't remember the thing. When I gave him the price, he just said, okay. And I'm just thinking maybe he came from some money or something. And I get there, and he sold out a stadium of 7,000 people. So first he said, maybe I should have charged a little more. But so they did that show. It was an amazing show. And that was the first video I've seen of jazz that I liked. So that's what made me go to the con. What ended up happening was he killed on the sax. Bob James said, well, let me bring you to America. I want to, he stays in Traverse City in Michigan. I want to record this new album, and I want you on it. Brings him here. They record for like 2 weeks. He was sending them back, and he said as he was taking them back to the airport, he just kept thinking like, man, I need this guy in the States because I want to start this new young trio. Said he just couldn't find the words at the time. So he said, I'll just take him back and maybe we'll talk. Took him to the airport. They gave each other a hug and stuff and said, see you next time. Well, as soon as Bob got back to his loft condo, turned on the TV, that's when the bomb started in Ukraine, the bombing.
Wow.
So next thing you know, his phone ringing, his Smoot calling him like, hey, they not letting me fly out. You want to come get, I guess there's something going on in my country. He's been stuck over here ever since.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was, the crazy thing is, so I was reaching out to him. Me and Smoot started talking on Instagram, and he invited me to the show in Saginaw. So we went, and it was great, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. My wife looked over. I was tearing up at the show. Jazz, when you really get into it, it's different. And after that show, he brought me backstage. I met Bob James. We took pictures, and I was asking him how was he like in America. He said his English ain't the best. He said his soul was hurting because his wife and his daughter was still over there.
Wow.
So Bob James actually paid like $50,000 and got his wife and his daughter. So now they all live
crazy.
here. So now he signed the Bob James label. They touring. They nominated for a Grammy, I think, coming. I mean, his whole life is turned around now.
Yeah.
So that story alone, that was my first jazz concert. And now I don't think I've been to an R&B concert since. I go to all jazz shows.
That's
now.
huge for that be like your first.
Yeah.
And to have that like effect as far as like the emotional ties that it has on you. Not just that story, but jazz itself is an emotional type of music. Like the way I make music, like I love hip hop or whatever.
Yeah, because you make beats and all that.
Yeah. I love hip hop. I love gospel. I love R&B. But to me, the music I make is more of a jazzy funk type music.
Okay.
Because the way I grew up,
Gosh.
like my father couldn't play, the jazz or whatever, but that's what we listen to. We listen to Kurt Whalum and his brother.
Well, Kurt Whalum was technically a gospel. He's still considered a gospel saxophonist. Yeah.
So we listen to them like we have videotapes and tapes of Kenny G, of Kurt Whalum, of so many different jazz. George Duke,
yeah,
playing on the keys. Like we had so many different jazz artists on videotape, just sitting there watching them. My father used to sit there watching them for days and hours, and we used to sit there right there and
like that.
and watch it. Then when I went to Scott High School, I worked at the radio station.
Okay.
And that was a jazz radio station.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before in the 90s, it was a jazz radio station. So I learned so much about different jazz musicians, different bands. Like, so that's what I got into, classical music and jazz music, just by working at the radio station.
Gotcha.
So I'm not the typical beat maker.
Gotcha.
And I kind of like, and you know, I send music to different artists in Toledo, and they were like,
Because I need some records, man. Because I've been trying to work on this album, so send them my way, man. Send them my way.
It's not their type of music, and I get that. That's cool. So it's good that I know that you are in that mode now of making music. So
I'll probably end up just doing like smooth jazz with R&B feel.
Yeah,
and now the modern smooth jazz is pretty much like R&B.
It is. You know what? The smooth jazz now is the R&B of
literally
the 90s, 80s, and 90s.
Because they all doing R&B covers, like Jeff Bradshaw on trombone and Mike Burton and all them guys. I mean, they all literally doing. They pretty much like a jazz fusion almost. So.
Yeah, man. Like I'm excited now. I mean, I've got music that I put out under alias names.
Really?
Yeah. So. I'll let you hear it after the show. Actually, I hear it now, but I don't have it hooked up to the. I don't have our headphones hooked up, but yeah. So you know, you're a musician, you're a artist, you're a business person, and you're also a sports fanatic.
Yes, sir.
You are a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Steelers lost to Green Bay Sunday. Actually, you know what? You can't fault Aaron Rodgers in that game.
But this is the thing, though. Number one, if Aaron Rodgers, this is what I said from the beginning when we got Aaron. If he's going to be our quarterback, it's almost mandatory we have to establish a run.
Yeah.
And that's what we lost with Najee Harris.
Yep.
He was good for those 2 and 3 yard first and second downs. The problem is Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball beautifully, but the amount of time that he needs for that, we don't have the best receivers in the world neither.
Yeah.
So he needs a lot of time that we just can't give him something. We don't have the best offensive line. And it's one thing to keep him protected, but when that pocket starts closing, he has nowhere to go. And it's just...
And I'm glad that you said that, because I don't think a lot of people can recognize that. It's like when you don't have receivers who can get open real quick, like George Pickens. Yeah. Or who could throw the ball to him and he's not really open, but he'll make himself open. George Pickens.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore.
And I think they got rid of him because of, I think they seen another Antonio Brown brewing. And that still stings to Pittsburgh. You know, his attitude was tough.
Yeah.
And George Pickens was showing some signs of that. And
every receiver is a diva.
Yeah, that's fair.
Only person I have not seen to be diva-ish, and I think that's because of his makeup and the way he was brought up, is Metcalf.
Yeah, and I like Metcalf, but Metcalf is like he's not gonna smoke you off the line. No. You know, but once he gets some steam, you can't stop him. But we need somebody that can do some quick slants and that can get open quickly. We just don't have that. All our tight ends are huge. They're not going nowhere fast at all.
You got 6'7", 6'5" tight ends and almost 300 pounds. They can get open and catch the ball, but they can't beat anybody downfield. Like Aaron likes to throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, and I was on the train of saying, well, let's leave and get Tomlin out of there if he can't switch things up. But I will say this year, I think Mike Tomlin showed his diversity. He has switched the offense up totally, and I can appreciate that now. Now, do I think that we need to keep him another 5 years? You know, the Steelers, we only had like 3 coaches in our whole existence.
Right,
you know?
So it's tough to move on from somebody else. Somebody else.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where we're going to stand this year. We started off looking good. And I'm a realist. I also know we only look good because the rest of our division looked horrible.
Man.
So I mean, like last night they introduced us to AFC division leaders, and we didn't look like leaders at all last night.
No, but you know what? that gives credit to Green Bay.
No, they're a solid team.
Green Bay, well, their pass rush, and people say that was saying this yesterday or this morning after the game. I mean, according to the game, was that Sunday night game? Yeah, so yesterday morning
Sunday night
was the reason why Pittsburgh looked bad is because Micah Parsons in that pass rush. That's why the DBs look good, because when you put pressure on the quarterback, that gives the DBs time to react and go after the receivers. Because now Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball quicker than when he wants to throw the ball. So that makes the receivers have to adjust their route or do something, so the DBs are like happy now, like, okay, we don't have to do too much. And that makes Aaron Rodgers get more pressure on himself. And if you don't have a run game that's going to average 150 yards a game, it's all on Aaron.
And we started to get it going in the second half. It was just too late.
I don't understand why they don't give Warren the ball.
Well, for some reason, I think they like Gainwell. I don't know.
Okay, but Warren is a bruiser.
Yeah,
like he will run the ball hard,
and that's what we're used to. But also, I think we got so accustomed to the big back with like Najee that we didn't have the package for Warren. Like, I mean, they do a lot of. It's this one toss play that pisses me off. It never works, and it's the most run play we do every game, and I don't get it. But Najee was able to, like, when you do a toss, he's gonna pick up some steam. He's gonna run some people over. But when you small like that, you got to run some.
You know who runs that toss perfectly?
Who?
Is what's the back at in Baltimore?
Oh yeah, there when he not fumbling.
Derrick
Henry. But you know what? They're their own problem right now. I don't understand what they doing, especially with Lamar out. You know, I think
that's coaching, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's bad because what's the backup? The black guy. That was there, Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley. Now he's good.
When Lamar was out those 3 seasons ago, he won 5 out of 7 games he played. This is what I don't understand. Maybe they believed in what Cooper Rush did for the Cowboys, but he's showing them that was a bad decision. But the reason why, that's why I'm like, you can't really put all of it on Derrick Henry right now. You're putting too much pressure on Derrick Henry. You brought him over there to be a dual run threat. Probably, this is what I didn't understand. Tyler Huntley already knows the system, and he can run.
And he can run and pass.
So you wouldn't have had to change anything. Nope. And it would have been I still don't understand why they playing
coaching, man. Coaching. And then when they put in Tyler Huntley, guess what they won?
Yeah.
This past week.
Yeah. And he's been with them for years.
Years.
Like, he's got to get the call. I don't get it.
Knows the system, knows the same scheme that Jackson runs. You can run that with Huntley, like you said. And when you put in Cooper Rush, guess what you got to do? You got to sit back and let him throw the ball downfield.
Too predictable. And then every time they take Derrick Henry out, they know he's going to pass.
Right.
So it's just, it's way
and that brings me to the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
That brings me to the Cowboys. What's crazy is Dak Prescott looks like, well, I say the first 7 games, besides the Chicago Bears game. He looked pretty good. Looked like an MVP type of quarterback.
Fair.
The problem is when you have a running back who can't run the ball, but we choose to run tosses, screen passes, instead of running the trap plays that can get him through the line of scrimmage, because our offensive line is terrible. I'm sorry. That's one thing that why we can't be any better in the run games, because of the offensive line. We can't block. And it's too many holding penalties because they can't block. They rather hold than block.
Right.
So the offense is stagnant because now we're depending on Dak to throw the ball downfield. We do have receivers that can go down there. We got George Pickens, of course, who can catch anything.
And I'm glad you said that, because I was pissed off the first. Now I'm wrong. I'm an avid Cowboy hater. Certified.
Of course you are. Yeah, and I'm a certified Steeler hater.
Yeah, but and I wasn't rooting for George just because it came from Steelers. But I feel like y'all didn't respect him until CeeDee Lamb was hurt.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
I was watching it with my boys. I said, look at Dak's helmet every time.
He's looking at CD.
Literally, he's looking at CD. We've never seen his face. All we've seen the back of his helmet the whole game, because he only throwing the ball to CD. And I told him, I said, if they don't balance it out, then you're going to have just the problem that was brewing in Pittsburgh. He's going to be mad. He's not going to be happy. And in a way, CeeDee Lamb getting hurt was the best thing for everybody.
It was.
Because it showed you, and to me, logistically, it makes no sense. CeeDee Lamb is 6'2", George Pickens 6'5".
Right.
Your biggest target by far.
That's the main guy.
And you're not throwing him the ball.
Right.
Like, they was just putting him on go routes as a decoy all game.
Yep.
Now, I respect CeeDee Lamb, great receiver. But George Pickens has the talent to surpass him by far.
He does, and I said that in my last little rant video about the Cowboys. It's like we have CeeDee Lamb is good. Like I respect him as a receiver. He's not tough. He's not the guy that you want to depend on as far as getting the ball downfield. George Pickens is because George Pickens is a guy who can go downfield, who's not open, but I'm gonna throw him the ball because I trust him. Yeah. I trust him to make sure that he's gonna get the ball, even if he happens to go out of bounds and not catch the ball. But if he can go out and get it.
He's like an old school receiver.
He is.
These new receivers only want to run short check downs because it's less risky.
Yep.
Like because your numbers don't look good when you running those long routes. But like Ocho Cinco and all them back in the day, they was out there. You know, these new receivers don't like that, but he does.
George Pickens reminds me of Dez Bryant. Because Dez Bryant wasn't as big, but he was tough.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As far as the toughness, and would go run any route, run the middle route, the slant routes, and get hit. Run the go routes, and didn't care about as far as stats, as far as missing passes. Yeah. Because he want, as long as you throw him the pass and give me a chance. That's all I ask is give me a chance.
Right.
Maybe T.O. Maybe more T.O. than Dez. I don't know.
T.O. was nice.
T.O. was nice. He was I like the tough receivers because I love CeeDee Lamb, but he is not the guy that you're going to depend on to win a football game.
So why pay him all that money?
Jerry Jones, man.
Because same thing with that. Now let me ask you this: as a Cowboys fan,
no, he don't deserve it. And I said,
but answer that question before he gave it to him. Did you think he was deserving?
No, not the max contract that he got.
Yeah,
no, he didn't deserve $260 million. $260 million. Like he was one of the highest paid quarterbacks. Did not win a playoff game. Did not win a Super Bowl. He had the second highest salary other than who won the Super Bowl before that? Was Flacco, huh?
Oh, Flacco, yeah.
He won. He had the second highest. He was the second highest quarterback paid in football.
But look at that. Look how that changed. How much that changed in 2 years, though.
Oh, now
people getting paid way past them getting 350 something. I mean, because that's like who just signed the extension? Trevor Lawrence just signed the extension, and I was. The funny thing, I'm like, you know what? Trevor Lawrence is a free agent. I always felt bad for Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence is a great quarterback, terrible program. So I'm thinking he's gonna leave. Same thing I thought with what's the defensive player over at the Cleveland Browns?
Oh, Myles Garrett.
But the problem is they offering him all this money. I think Trevor Lawrence signed a $275 million extension. Yeah. He's never going to win anything. No,
like he's never going anywhere.
Yeah, like.
Do you think it's different with basketball and football when it comes to these contracts? Because in football, you can pay somebody to be loyal, and they will be loyal. They will stay there no matter what. Like for instance, Trevor Lawrence, Myles Garrett. Cleveland would never win a Super Bowl.
You can go on record saying that.
Cleveland would never win a Super Bowl. I'm saying this on record. Lance, I know you a Cowboys / Cleveland fan.
Wait, Lance is a / Cleveland fan? My father is a Cowboys / Cleveland fan.
Before, I think it was a couple of years ago when Jerry Jones really started messing up.
Oh yeah, he said he was done with it.
He said he was done with it. He's gonna start watching Cleveland.
Cowboy fans
yeah, we do that every year. But these players are signing contracts that are going to stay there for life, for the life of their career, and don't move and don't win
for that type of money. Man, you gotta think, man. I know we idolize these people, but some of these guys really come from nothing.
They do,
and it's like you can't. If somebody gives you an opportunity to take care of your family's family, Come on, man. Hey, I'll go play for the Boys and Girls Club. You know what I'm saying?
For that amount of money, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I get it, but the thing that I hate about it is I think it lessens the talent of the player because they become less passionate.
Yeah.
To know, that's like to play for an organization like the Cleveland Browns. You know you're not winning anything. To accept that and go out there every day, that has to be tough.
Yeah.
But at least you going out there with crazy amount of millions in your account. But it's still, but it takes away from the game itself.
Well, I can give credit to Myles Garrett because he's a type of player that
plays hard.
The money doesn't matter. He plays hard. Like last night, he had 5 sacks. Or Sunday night, he had 5 sacks. They lost. He had 3 sacks in the first half.
Yeah.
Like, he plays hard no matter what snap it is, no matter what game it is. He's going to play hard, and I respect him for that. I wish Cowboys would go out. Well, we can't afford him now because
can't afford. And see, even then though, like he's a generational talent, but that's the problem with a lot of these teams. You pay these guys too much money. You can't build a team with the rest.
I said that's the reason why I was upset with the contract that Dak got. You saw him to $260 million. This is the year we could have got. Next year we could have got Derrick Henry. So now we can't afford Derrick Henry because we paid Dak $260 million.
Well, if he keep fumbling, y'all can afford.
Oh, I don't want him now.
Y'all get him for a good rate next year.
Oh, I bet. But just like Ezekiel when he got his contract, he fell off the map.
I guess I'll be thinking like it has to be something that these teams can do. It's crazy how there's no clause. That's like a Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
Dude, that dude literally, while the Browns are playing, he's been on like a yacht with his wife. I'm like,
he's still getting paid.
It's something beyond. Or did they just take him off the roster?
No.
He's not on the depth chart.
He's still getting paid.
But he's not even hurt anymore. Why is he not playing?
I don't know.
Cleveland Browns is crazy. And I was really done with. I was one of those people that rooted for Cleveland because we in Ohio.
Yeah, close.
But what they did to
Proximity.
Deshaun Kaiser, man, I'm like, you know what? I mean, they really man.
You know what? And especially to have somebody homegrown like that to go to Cleveland and be a good quarterback. He was a decent. He's better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league now.
Got size. He's got the size.
Yes.
He can read defenses.
Yeah.
I really had high hopes for him. I really when Deshaun got hurt, and because that's who got hurt when they brought him in, right? I'm like, it's not good. It's not good because he was one of those guys. Like matter of fact, we just talking about Green Bay. That is the perfect situation. Jordan Love would never be who he is if he didn't sit under Aaron for those 4 years. Like, and Aaron wouldn't be who he was if he didn't sit under Favre all those years. Like, and I don't know why people have lost that.
You know what they want? They want the immediate success. They want the immediate gratification of their guy being out there on the field, and that's not what it takes.
Yeah.
When you go back to look at Tom Brady, who did not start when he got in the league. Yeah. He was behind Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe wasn't the best quarterback, but he was.
He knew the game.
He knew the game.
Sure.
So Tom sitting behind him, those games taught him stuff. Because Tom, to me, still to this day, I don't think Tom Brady's the best quarterback in ever. He's the most winning quarterback. Skill wise, he couldn't throw the ball farther than Dan Marino.
That wasn't a game.
Skill wise, he wasn't as accurate as Joe Montana.
He was when he played for the Buccaneers.
Who was? Tom. Only a few seasons, but I'm talking about the entirety of his season.
That wasn't Patriot football. You got to think they had the number one slot receiver by far, Wes Welker. Yeah. They had 2 of the best tight ends in the game at the time of a decade.
Hernandez and
why am I throwing the ball far?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what receiver did they?
They only had one year, Moss.
Yeah, and that was on the downside of Moss. So I don't think he had the guys for that, but their offense was built on just tearing you up on 5 to 8 yard passes. Like, I mean, they had too many options.
But that's the game. That's what the game is now, though.
He changed
because of Tom Brady.
Yeah,
because of Tom Brady.
He changed
now look at Mahomes. Yeah. That's the game. That's the game that Mahomes plays. That Kansas City plays. Yeah. Is that short route? You got Kelsey. You got these other unknown name receivers because I don't have to throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, Pacheco runs some routes sometimes.
But Pacheco runs hard.
Yeah, I like
out
Pacheco.
The backfield.
I like Travis Kelsey too. He's been on the downside, but he actually had an awesome game the other night.
Yeah, he did.
But But yeah, that was to me. I like that kind of football, though. I mean, you got unless you playing the Cowboys. Now, go back to the Cowboys. I don't know what's going on with y'all secondary. Now, this is the thing.
Let's talk about what's going on with it.
So when they traded Michael Parsons, in my mind, it was a win-win for y'all. In my mind.
Okay.
And I'll say that I was wrong. But at the beginning, I'm thinking the number one problem y'all have is stopping the run.
Yep.
Michael Parsons had nothing to do with that. Parsons was a pass rusher.
Exactly.
Problem is, the guy that y'all got from Michael Parsons helps you stop the run.
He does.
But the problem is, in order to not have a Michael Parsons and still be effective, your DBs have to be solid. And they are exposed now.
There was a curtain that was removed when we traded Michael Parsons. Because Michael Parsons, like I said about the Green Bay Packers now, Michael Parsons put so much pressure on the and we forget about Lawrence, who left. He went to Seattle. So those two guys put so much pressure on the quarterback that it made it easy for Bland and for Diggs to cover these receivers.
And I'll tell you,
made it so easy.
They've been getting cooked.
Now it's like I don't want them to throw the ball at all. Like we can't stop the pass, we can't stop the run. So what are we doing on defense? And is that because of the player, the personnel on the field, or is that coaching? Because Dan Quinn figured out a way. Okay, we can't really stop the run, so we'll use our pass rush to put so much pressure on the quarterback to where they have to throw the ball downfield because now we're sacking the quarterback. We get 4 or 5 sacks a game. That means they're going to be backed up. So at 2nd and 15, you're not going to run the ball. You're going to throw the ball. You're going to always choose to throw the ball over running the ball when you're that far back. So that was the trick. That was Dan Quinn's little scheme, and it worked. The Cowboys look decent on defense. Now that those players are gone up front, we can't stop the run because we can't tackle. Sam Williams, number 54 for the Cowboys, needs to be cut. He tackles with one arm. He's just as big as Michael Parsons.
And he tackles with one arm.
One arm.
That's crazy.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but another thing is, you can't really name a lot of standout DB. I don't think that. No. I think that has not really become a desirable around the position. League? Yeah, like I can't name
Jalen Ramsey.
No,
wait a minute. He was considered a standout.
Man, I was about to go off because he's been pissing me off.
He was considered a standout in L.A.
And for the Rams, he was getting cooked.
He was getting cooked. I'm saying when he went to the Rams, he was considered a standout.
Yeah, when they got him. When they got him. But he showed that he was.
Surtain was considered a standout. I don't know if he still is. You can't really. I'm about to say, what's the guy who doesn't want his first name to be named? He plays for the Steelers now. Slay.
Oh, Slay.
Darius big play Slay, not big play. Don't say big play anymore because he's not big play.
Yeah, I can't name unless you really try. You can't name just hot DBs. Even coming out, they get drafted late because it's not really a desirable position anymore. Like, and a lot of them are like Jalen Ramsey now is playing like a hybrid safety.
Yeah, but you know what? I saw a couple of plays with him playing that position. I like him
at safety.
Yes,
that's where he's best. They tried to put him on. Who was that the week before when we played? Was it the Vikings? No, who did he play? Who?
Cincinnati last week. Yeah,
Jamar chasing them.
Oh
my God,
cooked,
abusing them all. Did with it. I mean, he had like 18 receptions that game.
Chase and what's the other one?
Both of them
on the other side. Yeah.
And Flacco. Hey man, he
still got it.
Yeah, and that's the thing around the league now. It's like you got guys like Aaron Rodgers, Flacco that can still do it. But speaking of guys like that, man, listen, Daniel Jones against all odds has been looking nice.
Where's he at? Indiana.
They only lost like one game, but I think the Giants are the new Browns. They are ruining careers. Yeah. Like, I mean, and then that's crazy. They were starting to turn it around with Dart, Scatterboo just breaks his ankle. But they were worried about that in the draft room because he runs so hard. Like, they were saying that they wanted him to start trying to run with more finesse. He just want to run you over kind of guy, but that causes injuries a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was heartbreaking. But
yeah, I hate seeing injuries like that. Somebody else got hurt.
Washington
a knee
running back
injury.
is out.
I think on Steelers had a knee injury.
Oh yeah, he went out.
Wasn't Taylor, was it? Anyway, he made a stupid play. Anyway, he made a bad play and then went after the. No, I think that might have been offensive pass interference. Dude pushed him. Then he went after him. Then his dude ended up pushing the receiver into his leg. Yeah, but you don't see DBs and halfbacks being drafted high. Those are tough positions. DBs, okay, you gotta be quick and you gotta catch, you gotta cover. Halfbacks, you gotta figure out a way that you can last longer than 4 years.
They don't even, most offensive coordinators don't cater to halfbacks anymore.
Not anymore.
Like I thought Blake Corum when he got in the league. I'm from Michigan. I'm like, this dude is gonna be. They don't like halfbacks anymore.
Well,
like,
it's because of the Ezekiel Elliott contract. Because he came from Ohio State, and 2016 he probably had the best year of his career. Got the money,
then it was through.
Then that's it. That's why they don't want to pay him. They don't want to draft him. So now they're later on in the draft. Ezekiel was number 4 in the draft.
In this year.
So it's like you don't see that anymore because they figure out once you get this contract, or once you use them a certain amount of years, they're useless.
And like Deshaun Watson, same thing. But Deshaun, people forget. Deshaun Watson was nice for the Texans. He was a Pro Bowler, I think, 2 years.
Yeah.
When it came to Cleveland, people was acting like he was terrible. I'm like, y'all must haven't seen much of him.
It was a personal attack.
Oh yeah, the case.
So they used a personal case against him on the field.
Do you think that's why he's not playing now?
It was effective, yeah. That's why.
But they got him in the midst of all of that.
Yeah, they did. That's how dumb Cleveland is.
And then, but he ended up getting not guilty. He had to pay her some money.
That's how dumb Cleveland is. So you got a guy who's a $270 million quarterback who MVP candidate 1 year. He was Rookie of the Year candidate 1 year. I don't know if he won the actual Rookie of the Year, but he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Got that great contract. Had a court case. Okay, whatever. It didn't go through. Cleveland traded for him, paid the contract, played him sometimes, didn't want to play him sometimes. He played injury sometimes. I don't know if that was real or not. But now all that stuff is true. But I think the anxiety and the pressure and the stress of the case made Deshaun not want to play.
Yeah.
Because of all the fanfare behind it.
But it just goes to show that's why you have to. I mean, technically, he put it on himself. I mean,
he did.
Whether it was, I watched a little with a case. Whether it was all the way or halfway, he shouldn't have been in that predicament.
Right.
And I hate to see these guys get all this money, man. Like Shannon Sharp. I don't understand, man. I never understood being in a position of power and being able to literally pick and choose, but you go after the absolute thing that nobody even thought you'd be looking at, and then you willing to pay, and then you willing to do all it. It makes no sense.
The problem for me is you can have anybody you want as a person in that status,
exactly.
Whether that's right or wrong. You can have anybody you want. You choose to have somebody who probably don't want you at all. But you make it so to where you kind of manipulate them into a situation to where they're going to come back at you. Well, there's people who voluntarily, willingly, without money, can go in your direction.
And what's wrong with, like, that's why I really like Russell Wilson and Sierra.
Yeah.
Like,
why is he corny? Why do people call him corny?
Yeah, he's a good man, you know, but my thing is, like, he went and got somebody that was just as established as him.
The status.
And why does it seem like everybody wants to? But I think a lot of men feel like they lose power if they go get a woman that also has some power. But two things can be right at the same time. You can still be a leader with a powerful partner.
Yeah.
And I think it's an easy ego fix. Like,
well, look at the people they call the corny. Obama.
Yeah.
Wilson, because they have women who are strong and have their own position. So now that they're corny or they're simps because they cater to these women, or they not even cater to them. They let them shine. They let them be who they are without having to be the macho tough guy.
Right.
I don't have to be that.
Yeah.
Let her be who she is.
Yeah.
And I can be who I am.
At some point as men, we should really like the idea of not having to be macho anymore.
Exactly.
Because I've already completed the goal. Because you know how it is. You know, women like that aggressiveness and the macho-ness. But once you have your partner, you're supposed to be able to settle down and just be cool.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't get it.
I don't know. It's a lost. I think it's a lost art of getting the woman that you desire and being happy with that woman, not having to play macho man or macho head games with everybody else.
Yeah, but you know the tabloids control a lot of that too. I mean, they put out the narratives and all that. Yeah, I mean, algorithms is crazy. Like they have agendas sometimes.
Do you see any of this simp stuff or macho stuff going towards LeBron?
No. Only thing, you know what's so crazy? I've been a LeBron fan, so I'm not a Lakers fan. I've been a LeBron fan since he came to play here at UT when he was in high school. Ever since then, I didn't care about a team. Right. Wherever LeBron goes, that's where I'm at. But it seems as though people, they just like, he's got to be doing something. No, there's no way that. And I'm like, do y'all have to hate everybody? Like, the man has done everything he's supposed to do. Yeah. And let's say he is a human that has a slip up. That doesn't make him any less of who he already is. Right. But yet, I think he's done a great job of allowing us to be a part of and see inside about his family, but in the same breath, not allowing us. Yeah. Like he has the
perfect balance.
Yeah, he mastered.
He lets you in only so far. And, I respect that about him because, I'm an avid Jordan fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the Jordan, Yeah.
And Jordan, we'll get to that. Though.
At the same time, I am a LeBron fan, and people don't understand that because a lot of people who are Jordan fans hate LeBron. A lot of people who are LeBron fans hate Jordan. I grew up in the Jordan era. Like, Jordan was my guy. Like, the Bulls were my team up until Jordan retired in '98. Gotcha. And then I was like, okay, I'm open to whatever. So my dad was a Celtics fan, so okay, I'm gonna be a Celtics fan. I grew up watching the Celtics, watching the Pistons, watching the Lakers. That was the teams that was on TV at the time in the '80s because that's who made money. So I became a Celtics fan, but at the same time, LeBron is homegrown from Ohio, Akron, Ohio, a kid without a father, a kid who is probably one of the greatest athletes to ever play the game of basketball, to ever play any sport. And I respect that about LeBron. I respect him, how he is a father, how he is a businessman, how he is a media mogul. And people don't know that about LeBron. He has produced millions of dollars worth of shows and movies. Yes, and now he's into the podcast industry. So it's like, I respect him as not just a sports figure, but as a man. And people can't understand that. Like, I love Jordan. Like, Jordan can do no wrong for me. I don't care how many shots he missed.
now, saying all of that about what you said about LeBron, do you feel all that about Jordan as well, or you just like
Jordan was basketball
player? Gotcha.
Just a basketball.
So
player.
With all that being said, who do you think is the best of all time?
Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Why? Oh, okay.
Because it's got to be. There's a table.
Okay.
There's a head of the table. There's a table of goats, and the head of the table is Michael Jordan. The reason why is not because he's better than LeBron. It's not because he's a better shooter than LeBron, because he had a better fadeaway than LeBron, or because he sold more shoes or whatever. It's because Jordan dominated his era better than any other player to ever play the game of basketball. Jordan dominated his era. In the 13 years that he played, he did. In the 13 years that he played, he won almost half of those years in championships. 6. Played 13 years, won 6 championships.
That wouldn't transcend from like what you said about Tom. Mike couldn't be the most winningest player, but not the best player.
That's Bill Russell. Bill Russell has 11 rings.
It's easy to get him.
Easy to get him, but he dominated his era. And
but the thing is, this is my only gripe with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a great player, but I think what bothers me is it seemed like Jordan fans aren't willing to admit how stacked the roster sheet was when Jordan was winning.
A lot of people don't say that though. That he had a stacked roster.
To me,
yeah.
He
did. I agree.
I grew up in the 90s where I didn't know much about basketball, but I always hated that people felt like they had to belittle Scottie Pippen to give Jordan his credit.
No.
Because Scottie Pippen was a big part of what Michael Jordan did.
At the time that Jordan was dominating, Scottie Pippen was probably the second or third best player in the league.
That's what I'm saying, but people don't give him that credit.
Oh, no, he was. He definitely was. Like, I probably love Scottie more than I love Jordan at the time.
He had two great shooters. He had Tony Kukoc, great shooter.
Steve
Kerr, great. Now Tony Kukoc wasn't the best basketball player, but he could shoot the ball.
Oh yeah.
They just had a really nice roster, and nobody really gave him credit.
Dennis Rodman was probably one of the greatest defenders, greatest rebound ever. Man, they had, like, especially that year between 95 and 98, they probably had one of the best rosters to ever be assembled.
And when he didn't have those key pieces, he got cooked every year. He lost to Boston the Pistons.
Yes.
And it's just like, how do you get this support? Now, that goes to my point. This is why I feel like LeBron is a better basketball player.
Are you talking about the 2000? What year was that? 2009. I don't know either, but maybe 2009, 2000 when he went with the Cleveland to the finals against San Antonio. It had to be 2009. When he had Mo Williams, Verjao.
Listen, that roster, when they went to the finals, literally, this is how good LeBron is. He took that team to the finals. They had good numbers, too. The player, Verjao, Zagauskas, all them guys. 2 years after he was gone, none of those guys on the starting five ever played the game of basketball again.
Really?
Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson, Verjao. Verjao may have played a little longer, but Z was gone. All those guys, none of those guys ever played again after 2 years after that.
Parker, Charles Parker.
Then you go back to even let's go to Miami Heat. Jamario Chalmers was a horrible point guard. Yeah. Dellavedova was garbage.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron made J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert wouldn't be who they are if it wasn't for LeBron telling them to go get them. Their careers was over in New York.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't revitalize and built so many careers.
Well, see, LeBron is a different type of player than Jordan. LeBron is a facilitator, not just on the floor.
Yeah.
But as a teammate, he is a facilitator. That means I'm going to put you in the best position for you to be successful. Now, Jordan would have said, you're going to do this and you're going to do it my way. If you don't do it my way, you got to go. That's Jordan's perspective on how he wanted his teammates to be. LeBron was, let's do it this way. If we do it this way, we can win. And I'm going to help you be successful. LeBron was a type of person you want to work with, like in business.
Right.
His personality, like he was the person to say, okay, I can give a little for you to be better.
Right.
When he went to Miami, I don't have to make $25 million. Give $9 million of that to other players, but that wasn't just money. That's personnel wise. Like, okay, let's how can we make this better? How can we make this work? And that's what I respect about LeBron. Like, he reminds me of just like a great teammate. Like, man,
and he knows the game so well.
Oh my God,
that he can see attributes in players that nobody else.
Yes,
can.
he can. Yeah.
Like, I remember when they were. The Miami Heat was trying to go after Chris Paul or something.
Yep.
And he literally told them, we don't need him.
Yep.
Chalmers he's gonna be cool. And they did not want to start Chalmers. But that's why he was on Chalmers so hard, because I'm the one that told him you can do this. You know what I'm saying? And even when he left Miami, Chalmers never played the game of basketball 2 years after that. And Dwayne Wade, maybe. Chris Bosh would have never won anything without LeBron James.
No, that's true.
It's just that's why I think he's the best.
People are upset because he assembled a team like that, and went to.
Well, he ain't the one that started it.
No, to be honest, let's go back. To be honest, the first person to assemble a team, and and this is honest truth. I'm a total Jordan fan, but Jordan was the first one to do that.
Yes, sir.
When he went and got Dennis Rodman, and said this is the trio that'll work to the big three that'll make it work. And then after that,
Kobe even assembled one.
Kobe did it in 2004, tried to beat the Pistons, but it didn't work. Then after that, it was done again. And people want to fault LeBron. It was done by the Celtics in 2008 when they went and got when Paul Pierce went and got Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen.
Yeah.
So it was done before. LeBron just did it on a level that they could win multiple championships, and people didn't like that.
Yeah.
But the problem is that I have with that argument is Dwayne Wade was already in Miami, so wasn't it Dwayne who did the assembling of the team?
And Dwayne, he had a year. He went and got Shaq.
Yeah,
and they had Alonzo Mourning.
They had a stacked team. Yeah,
Giannis was starting back then.
Yep.
Who else did they have over there? Who was running point? Miami then.
Gary Payton.
Yeah. That was a good all around team. But the best all around team of no superstars will always go to the Detroit Pistons.
Oh my God, 2004 Pistons.
Dude, Chauncey and Rip Hamilton and Tayshaun Prince.
Man, see,
Rashid and Ben.
This was in between my Bulls and my Celtics era.
Yeah.
So I was watching the Pistons every single game.
Yeah.
Like I was so excited for that team, but just because they didn't have a superstar.
Yeah, that was a special group of guys.
That was.
Because none of them were superstars.
Nope.
But they gelled so well. I mean, you had everything you needed. I mean, now defensively, they took a beating sometimes. Tayshaun Prince wasn't paying a lick of defense.
I was about to say that's Chauncey, because of Rip and Tayshaun, but Ben Wallace, I would say Ben and Chauncey was the only tough defenders on that team, because they had to play a defense a certain way for Tayshaun and Rip to be effective, because they couldn't guard like one-on-one.
Well, that's what Chauncey was tough, but he didn't have the speed. Every time they played like Iverson, I mean, he was killing them all game. Yeah. Like, but all around they made it work.
They did.
How many did they win? Just one or two?
Just one. They went twice.
They could have won a couple of them.
Yeah, they went the first time they did they go twice? Yeah, the first time they went and beat the Lakers. Second time they lost against San Antonio, which they shouldn't have lost that game. That series. But
I'm curious to see how this Chauncey stuff gonna play out.
Man, you know what? And I feel bad because we don't know the story behind of why he was
played.
Why he was doing it, because when you talk about certain people being involved, like the mob or the mafia, like you don't know why he was doing what he was doing. Yeah. Why? Now, the person I don't feel bad for is Terry Rozier.
Yeah, because why did you even? You didn't have to.
And he made it so obvious. Yeah. Like the injury, like, oh, come on now. Like, even my daughter, like when I picked her up the other day from work, she was like, did you hear about Terry Rozier? She said, I saw the tape. I saw the game that he did it, and it looked so ridiculous.
When he was throwing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole game, it was like 5 plays where he just did stupid stuff.
And then the injury, like, I think it was in the third quarter or whatever, he took off his shoe and acted like his foot was hurting and didn't go back in, like, for the rest of the game. Like, come on now.
But they say that's what, and I think I have to agree, the sports betting is really altering the sports.
It is. It is, because now, even when you got fans coming up to and saying, Anthony Edwards, and saying, oh man, you need 2 more points to get my parlay. Like, what? Like, I don't care about your parlay.
Yeah.
Like, that's how crazy it is.
And the thing is, though, you think they just allowed it because they wanted their piece of the pie?
Who? The NBA?
Yeah. I mean, just sports in general.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, it's worldwide now. Before,
how are the teams making money off of that, though? It will be unless they have stock in. But this is the crazy thing.
Stock into the actual betting
because
apps.
If that's the case, that should be just as illegal as the players betting.
Should it be? I mean, I don't. It's a tough situation. I love it sometimes because I win bets or whatever because I know. Or I watch the game so much, especially when it comes to football. Not so much basketball, but more in football because I watch so much football. But then it's bad because it's like, are these owners like into this?
Right.
Are they putting money into these games and are the players like not like, because sometimes I'm betting on Aaron Rodgers throwing for 200 yards. Like, oh, he could throw for 200 yards.
Right.
Then in that game, he threw for 115.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on now.
Well, see, at least, so basketball, that goes back to what we was talking about earlier. Like, do you think it's more worth it to pay the basketball players big money or football? Basketball, the game can be altered more with one guy.
Yep.
Football, you got 22 guys out there that's got to make it happen. So it's like you might can mess up your own stats, but
right. As far as the game itself, no,
basketball,
one person cannot alter a football game.
But you could do that in basketball. So I think they deserve the money more. And, I mean, let's be honest, they play a lot of games. They play way more. I mean, football, 16 weeks?
16 and 82 games for basketball.
And that's why baseball, people that don't watch baseball, they like, how they get paid so much? They play a lot of games, and they make the most money in memorabilia. Like, baseball is making money off of these hats we got on right now. And that's a Celtics hat. Right. But baseball is still, because it's a baseball cap. Like, and people don't think about that, man. Hats is like $60 a pop now. Like, they are making... I remember the movie. Remember you ever seen a movie called The Town? Mm-mm. So it was about, it's like a robbery movie. They robbed was it the Dodgers or whatever. Maybe it was in the Chicago the Cubs, but pretty much they robbed the stadium, and they was like, we gonna get $2 million out the stadium. And literally they got the money off the drops from the concessions and the ticket sales. And I never realized. And that movie came out like probably 12 years ago, and I'm like, dude, they making millions in one game. But think about how many concession stands and how many people in there, the gift shop. They literally just stole the drops from that game. Like, but it was like $3 to $4 million, and that was, like I said, 10 to 12 years ago. So these teams is making crazy money.
That's why Jerry Jones don't care about winning Super Bowls.
Because he's one of the folks in the stadium.
He get the people in the seats, and he knows that Cowboys fans are going to be loyal no matter what goes on the field, no matter how terrible they are. They're going to have fans in the seats. So now you got this, $90 billion stadium with I don't know how many concessions they have in there. Think about it. Gift shops, concessions,
box offices.
All the box seats and all that stuff up there. Millions and billions of dollars. I don't know how much they make a week. I could probably look it up. But it's crazy. That's why they don't care. Because he making hand over foot, making money hand over foot every week that they're playing football.
I look at people like Jerry Jones, and I'm like, what more do you want? Like,
it's time to be
that old and
it's time to go. 87,
keep working. That's got to be a mental thing. Like,
it's pride.
I mean, they do say if you get that way and you're that old, and if you stop, you might pass.
You think that's
what
he's scared of?
I mean, he just beat cancer. I'm like, man, how? I know 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds that have passed from cancer. Like, how does Jerry? So is it money? Like, I mean,
that could be his driving force. His driving force is probably money. Like, that's what he lives for.
That's crazy.
He got kids. His kids are grown.
They probably don't even work, and he's still working.
Oh, they work.
Oh, really?
They sit in the office. His son, Jerry Jones Jr., what's his name? Steven, and then I forgot the daughter's name. But they're like 60-something years old.
God.
They working side by side with him. They don't do much. One do marketing, one is a financial person, and one is the operating person.
That's crazy.
And it's like they just...
I was just wondering, it's like I remember when Derek Fisher retired, I for sure thought he was just going to enjoy his time, and he went right into coaching.
Right, yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, why don't people want to relax?
I don't know. I don't know if they think they're too young to hang it up as far as like being away from the game of basketball or being away from the sport. But it's like, it's rarely that you see a person retire and sit down.
It's crazy to me.
Like when you think about Jordan, he retired in '93 and played baseball for like a year and a half. Came back to basketball and retired again in '98 and played and retired for 3 years. Came back in 2001.
It was awful.
Was he awful?
Oh,
but you know what?
God.
He was not awful. There were games that he played. Listen, Jordan was probably an average small forward when he came back with the Wizards. There were games that he had one game for 51, another game for 49, like back-to-back games. The problem was he was old. He was tired. 41 years old. Like, you can play, but you can't play that way consistently.
Well, then he just had. I mean, he was just jacking everything. I mean,
that's what he.
I mean,
but go back and watch Jordan back in the early 80s. That's what he did.
Yeah.
He was a numbers guy.
But it was high percentage back then.
Yeah,
this
he was
time
more
his
mid range.
Percentage was low.
Yeah,
he's shooting 30 shots. It's easy to score 20-something points.
41%. Like, he averaged like 41, maybe like 39 to 42%, like shooting percentage. Yeah.
But I mean, it was good to see him back. But not that. I think that hurt his legacy a little.
It did.
More
I did not want him to come back that time. Because what's the point? You're not winning no championships with the Wizards.
No.
You're not winning anything with the Wizards.
Yeah, I don't think the Wizards ever even made it, have they?
Back in 1978 when they were the Bullets.
That's crazy.
Against the Seattle Superstars.
And they've had some superstars over there. Wall and Gilbert Arenas.
Even before that, Chris Webber and Juwan Howard were there. Rod Strickland. That was back in like Jordan was playing, so that's probably why they didn't win. But
right.
In the 90s. But other than that, John Wall and who's the Antoine Jameson. Yeah, Antoine Jameson and them. Yeah. So they had teams. They just
That's the only thing I don't like. I mean, that's why I was glad Boston won. But Boston is known for a winning team, but you just don't see many different teams in it. It's just the same, like 6 teams, like every year. And that's what I was starting to hate about Kansas City. Like, I just hope it don't get to this, man.
It got to that point in basketball when Golden State started winning.
Yeah.
Golden State was winning. Then, first of all, Golden State won, I think, 2 in a row. And then they put out OKC one year in the Western Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin Durant joins the team that put him out. And then won 2 championships with a championship with them then. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, that didn't make sense. That kind of not ruined basketball, but it ruined the, I don't know even how to say it, but seeing the same team win every year and then another person from another team join that team and winning again. So I'm glad LeBron kind of dethroned.
That's what I was about to say, and everybody looked at LeBron to handle it. Like, it is cool.
Well,
get him, and he really.
That's what's crazy.
If you go and watch the games, even in games when he didn't score a lot, you still felt like single-handedly LeBron won this game. Like, I mean, directing traffic, just keeping the morale up. There's so many things that he did. Do you feel
that is why LeBron is better than Jordan, because he has more to add to the game than just scoring?
Well, that and just the solely of how he makes, not only does he make the players around him better, he makes the game better as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think, LeBron is not you can't put him in one category. He can shoot. He literally, and that's the biggest thing for me. LeBron is probably the only player in the history of the game that you can confidently and mean it, and it'd be a fact to say he can play every position on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know nobody else. No. Now, Magic was kind of versatile.
Right.
But I'm talking about, I've seen LeBron guarding the center all night.
Yeah.
I've seen him asking for the ball in the post up against that same center. Like, I've seen him we all see him bring the ball up. I mean, he literally can play every position. True. And he's the true example of somebody, just put me where you need me.
Yeah.
And he's okay with that. Most players want to do what they want to do. He's like, if I got the shooters around me, I'll pass.
Yeah.
If the shooters need a break, I'll shoot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we have nothing else, we can just run. Like, I mean, for his size to be conditioned like that is ridiculous. Yeah. Like, and then at his age, how is he? 38?
No,
40 something.
He'll be 41 in December.
That's crazy.
That is very crazy.
That's because how's Aaron Rodgers?
Same age,
and he's playing at a low level. LeBron James has not stopped playing at a high level, man. Like, literally, and the thing is, it's rare to see somebody play on their latter years at a high level. It's also very rare to see people at a high level in their young.
From start to finish.
He stepped into a 30 ball. Like, he stepped in 30, and it's like, you don't see that longevity. Even took Michael Jordan a little bit to get his rhythm. Yeah. A couple years. LeBron walked in the league putting up 30 a game. And out of high school, he didn't go to college.
No.
Like, man,
you could. I mean, that's the biggest argument
Mike
right
went
there.
to college. You know what I'm saying?
And he wasn't the best person on the team in college either.
I mean, I remember the day when he got drafted. Like, the first day I seen him, he looked like such a child on the court. I'm like, LeBron.
Mike? LeBron. Oh,
size-wise, he had it, but just he was literally 18 years old, and I'm like,
no, I remember his first game against Sacramento.
This is gonna work, and it did.
I remember his first game against Sacramento. We all, my dad was still here, and we all sat around and watched it. Like, This is a kid.
That was a moment in time.
A kid. Like, he just turned 18. Mm-hmm. Like, he just turned 18. He's on a basketball floor playing with pros. And I think the first game he had 23 points.
Mm-hmm. And even Kobe. I mean, he came from high school, but he still had to catch his rhythm.
Kobe was not the Kobe that he came to be towards the end of his career.
But people hate having these conversations. These facts that we talking about, you rarely hear people talk about because it aggressively, to me, it makes it obvious who's more influential and is the best player all the time.
Well, the argument that people want to have with Mike is the 6 championships. Mm-hmm. And I'd never, ever, ever faulted LeBron for losing finals.
Especially who he lost to and
because,
who he had
with
him.
Because he went to the finals.
Yeah.
He went into the finals with a trash Cleveland team and lost to San Antonio, probably one of the greatest teams ever assembled.
And I think he hit like 3 buzzer beaters in that series to win a game.
Yeah.
One was from half court.
He was trying his best to get that team over. And it just didn't work because of the team that was with him. So I never faulted LeBron for losing in the finals. He made it to the finals. And you know how hard it is? At one point in time, LeBron went to 8 straight NBA finals. Who has ever done that besides Bill Russell?
Yeah. And I think that first year he took them, I think they said that roster was top 3 worst rosters of all time.
Wow.
Like on paper with accomplishments and stuff, they were a team of nobody. If LeBron didn't play with those guys, we wouldn't know who Mo Wilson is, Boobie Gibson, Anderson Varejao, Zagauskas. You just wouldn't know who these guys are.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just facts.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't even know Iman Shumpert without LeBron. I didn't know much about Iman when he was in New York. I just knew he was a mid-range shooter. He had some decent defense.
Right. Even J.R. Smith. Like, he was decent in Denver or whatever and New York, but I mean, even in Cleveland, like what much did he do but be a utility player?
And I think no disrespect, but I think he even made Dwayne Wade better. He brought him out of his comfort zone.
He did.
He had to play a different style of basketball. Dwayne Wade really played slow basketball.
He did.
That was their game in Miami. But he had to run with them. You know what I'm saying? All of that, throwing it off the glass and all that.
Oh, yeah, that was new.
He wasn't doing none of that. Like, I mean, but that's natural instinct. I think all basketball players can do it.
Can adjust when you have a player like LeBron. Yeah.
I mean, he was playing with Shaquille and Alonzo Mourning. They was tossing the ball.
Toss down low.
So I think he made him better.
He did. But, and you know what? And Wade made LeBron better.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is my statement. And I'm going to leave this alone.
Okay.
Like I said, Michael Jordan is probably the greatest championship player. He's the greatest. He's the greatest person to ever dominate his era. Mm-hmm. But LeBron James, the longevity of his career, his final appearances, I don't care how many he lost. Mm-hmm. The way he approached the game, he's got to be one of the greatest athletes ever to play any sport. The way he kept his body up for all these years, 40-something years old, about to be 41 years old, he still can go out there and run with the best of them.
Then right now? Oh, you said when he was 41.
Yeah, like no, I'm talking about LeBron.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Oh, no. We're talking about LeBron right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is running with the best of them right now.
He's like at 41 years old, he's running with the best of them.
And he could really
take care of his body.
Yeah, if he could. Really wanted to 5-6 years. I think he probably.
The problem is he does not want to look bad on the floor. I can understand that.
I mean, but 41 is not a bad age to go ahead and go. I think he probably gonna do 2-3. To me personally, I was hoping that this was his last year.
It still might be though.
No, he got to go out with a campaign. You can't be LeBron James and just at the end of the season be like, yeah, I'm done. Like, no, it's got to be a final lap tour. You know, like how Kobe did,
like the John Cena tour.
I guess something like that. But I think that he's such a gamer that he doesn't want that. He doesn't want people just letting him get by because it's his last. Like, no, he wants to compete.
See, that's why I don't think that he will do the tour. Because when you look at Kobe's tour, that's what was happening.
Yeah,
that last game against Utah,
yeah.
Like that was all spectacle. Mm-hmm. They could have played better defense against him, but because that was his last game, everybody was tuning in to see if the Laker and Utah game or Golden State win their 73rd win. That happened on the same night, and I was going back and forth on the TV to see to watch both games. But I don't think LeBron wants that.
The thing is, I don't think. And call me crazy, I think his conversations being had. I don't think the NBA wants him to retire yet. Simply because all of the people that were supposed to be next, he's been in so long, now they're old. Think about it, like the Steph Currys, those were supposed to be the next generation. But LeBron has played so long, now they're old.
Ain't that crazy though?
Yeah, and we thought that like Anthony Edwards would be the next guy. He's very marketable, but I think in these last 2 years he showed us that
he's not
that guy. Yeah. And we're waiting to see who's gonna be. And we got a lot. It's a lot of guys that I will say that the talent is spread around now. Yeah. Like young guys, you got Fox and all these young guys, but we don't have that guy. Like they trying to make Tatum the guy.
That's what
But he just doesn't. I don't think he wants to be that guy.
You know what it is? That's exactly what it is. Even on his team, he doesn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I think he would like Jalen to have more of the spotlight.
Yeah.
But I don't think we just don't have a face of the league.
You don't think SGA could be the face of the league? Is it because he's Canadian born?
I think we've been so accustomed to the bigger guys that the smaller guys just look like they don't belong. Like he could score all the points in the world, but that's why I feel like Allen Iverson never really got the credit he deserved. I mean, the small guys just didn't.
Yeah, because when you think about between the years of Jordan retiring, who was the guy, till Kobe became the guy, like there was a void. But
when though?
No, there was a void. But Allen Iverson was the guy. Yeah, but they never get. But the reason why is because of who he was. Mm-hmm. He was a hip hop guy. He was the tattoos and the cornrows. Practice. We talking about practice? I'm not practicing. Yeah. But he was still the guy because he influenced so much in his era as far as the way the game is played, the way people approached the game and came to the games, and what they wore to the games.
And influential on. He was one of the first guys. They don't give him credit for that. He was one of the first guys to sign with an unfavorable shoe company.
Yep, Reebok.
I collected Reeboks. I just switched over 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
But before then, I probably had the biggest Reebok collection.
Wow.
In the Midwest, I had like 120 pair, all Reeboks. I didn't wear nothing else. And I just got tired of them coming out with the same shoes. So I just literally gave a lot of them away, sold a lot of them, and then I started fresh with Jordan.
Wow.
Just 2 years ago. But that's what I liked about it was that it was different.
Yeah.
It was a way like I could wear Reeboks and be fly as anybody else. But he was like the first guy that I knew that signed with an unfavorable shoe company. I mean, well, you can go back to Jordan. He was the first because Nike wasn't a basketball company at the time.
What was the basketball company at the time? It was Converse.
Converse, yep. And I think the first contract they offered Jordan was like pennies, wasn't it? Yeah. It wasn't much.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say he was the first did it, but in our era, it was definitely Allen Iverson.
It was. Yeah.
Now it's normal. You got guys signing New Balance. It's all over the place now, making their own shoes.
Right. No, you have I think Dwayne Wade was the first one to do that, to go over to China and actually make.
That didn't go well, though.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, they were. From what I heard, they were good basketball shoes. They were ugly. They was terrible looking. Yeah. And I think we had got to the point that we didn't care if they was good for you on the court. We just wanted to wear them with some jeans and a hat. Right. You know what I'm saying? So but I think China. They might have did well in China.
They probably did.
Yeah, and they probably paid them a grip of money.
The Starberries, who you go to Kmart, Kmart who's closed right now. With Kmart, you go to Kmart and get those Starberries for $20.
What was it called? Stephen Berries, and they sell them there too.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Berries. Yeah, wasn't that like a chain that Dick's owned?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yep. East Bay and all that was all under the same thing. Yep. And they sold. It was the first store to sell Starberries.
Wow. Yep. They had the Starberries, and they were Starberries. One of just terrible shoes. They were terrible on the court.
Well, they looked terrible on the court. Like I mean, they were. It was nothing. They didn't conform to your foot. Like,
no.
Yeah,
it was like wearing a boot,
shoe. Yeah.
and they was slippery at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that was all about.
I wonder how, like the Ball brothers. I wonder if their shoes are performing well.
I've never seen anybody wear them.
You know,
I've seen people wear Starberries.
Dude, I'll say that. Am I the only one?
LeVar?
Not even that though. Kudos to him, but coming up, I didn't think those guys was that good.
I didn't either.
I'm like, they're not playing against no talent. I mean, they shooting from half court. But to be honest, LaMelo was the one that showed me that they are, not the big brother.
No,
LaMelo was the one.
What's the other one? The oldest one name?
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo, to me, Lonzo,
fair.
even when he was at UCLA, exactly. That's it.
Fair.
He's just a fair player
with marketing around.
Yeah, he's a good point guard who can dish to the right person, and that's it. Yeah. He didn't have a jump shot. Jump shot was terrible. It was trash.
And it looked terrible.
Yeah, they fixed it though. They eventually fixed it when he went to Chicago.
That's a streaky dude.
He's a good.
I fought it for so long. Like he's not good. He's not good. And these last 2 years, I'm like, he's good. I
think we fought it because of his father, because of the marketing. Like they pushed it so bad down your throats. It's like he's like my boy's gonna be better than LeBron. My boy's gonna be better than Jordan.
In a way, I like marketing, so I look at stuff different. In a way, you got to do that. You know, that's like Charlemagne when it comes to the Breakfast Club. You got to have somebody that people hate in order to, because you got to have people. Oh yeah. In order to make it big, you got to have people that love you, but that's not enough. You also have the people that hate you to watch too, right. And that's what gets the massive number. 9 times out of 10 is more hate than love.
You saying, well, the people don't like DJ Envy because he's so corny, but you got Envy who's lovable.
Yeah.
And he's on the.
And they keep picking on Envy though. He's like, I feel like the world wants him to be exposed as corny. And it's like, leave him alone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? No, the world wants him to be exposed as a scammer, and he's not.
From the car show stuff?
The real estate stuff.
Oh, I never really.
Well, he's in real estate, but he has a partner. He had a partner who was doing some shady type stuff or whatever, but that's all behind him. So people kind of tried to put that on him, but that wasn't him. And the car show stuff, people tried to boycott the car show because of the real estate stuff. But I think Envy is a decent dude.
Solid
business. He's a business dude. Yeah. That's what I like about him.
He's another one of those guys that's like, he openly says he's married and all that, but he only let you in so much. Yeah. Who was that they had on there and he dogged him? Like, you said something about my wife. Who?
Tyrese.
Tyrese ain't
because Tyrese and his wife. Well, Tyrese and Envy were tight at one point. Tyrese went through his meltdown because of his not seeing his daughter, or whatever, that one summer. Yeah. And Tyrese reached out to Envy's wife, was having conversations with her, about the situation and what he should do. And I think Tyrese said something inappropriate to Envy's wife, and Envy checked him on it.
But see, this is my thing, though. Like, this is what I hate that the internet is doing. Because I feel like the internet is pushing us to have those conversations while the cameras is on. Because in my mind...
But Tyrese said the same thing.
Yeah, if you disrespect my wife, I'm not waiting till the show next week because you're going to be here. We're going to talk about it, and maybe we can have a conversation about how we going to talk about it on the air. But I'm not waiting that long to come and check you about my wife. Like,
but that's what Tyrese said. He said he reached out to Envy several times.
Oh, so you saying Envy, like, purposely waited.
Yeah. Because of course his producers are going to say, "Hey man, I know you and Tyrese having this little thing right now, but let's wait to have a conversation to put it on the show because that brings us views." And it did.
Yeah.
But as a person, as a human, as a man, and this is what Tyrese was saying, it's like, I feel like we should have had this conversation in private.
Right. Yeah.
Like if we talking about being friends, like outside of the industry, friends, like we go to each other's houses and stuff as friends. You want to wait to have that conversation in entertainment?
And I think that's why, like, Angela E left.
Yeah.
Because she felt like too much stuff was being addressed on the mics. Like, you just literally bringing it up right now. We ate breakfast this morning. We had a meeting. Like, you
and you didn't say that. Did you? I think you posted something about this. Or was this Lance or in Arlinda, when Jess Hilarious was on air, basically crying. Because she felt like that she was not a part of the family because they did so much without her.
Oh yeah, when she did, yeah. She
was saying went that on live and did all this stuff, and
But this is the thing, man. I think it's easy for us to look at it and feel away, but a lot of I be reminding people all the time, like even with myself, like I have to remind my wife, like sometimes these things that people do in public eye is glorified, but most of the time it's really just a job.
Yeah.
And when you look at it that way, that's like how many times we work regular jobs and we come into work and they ain't tell us something and da. That's typical. It's just they just at a higher pay scale. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, if they paying you all this money, then they have the upper hand to do what they want to do. And even the just thing, I get it. But how many times, it's been times working a regular job where people had to take like a leave of absence and was sick. Oh, we going to hold the job for you.
Right.
Then 2 weeks into that, like, oh, no, we hired someone. That's typical.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do feel her because she felt like that nobody said nothing to her. Like Charlamagne didn't say nothing, DJ Envy, but I don't think that they were in on those conversations on what they wanted to do.
Who, Envy
and Charlamagne. I think that was like a upper, because you gotta think they all work for iHeart.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, so it's like
they're not even producers of the show.
Yeah, they're not making
they're
that decision.
Hosts.
None of that. Literally. So it's like now to this day, I don't understand why they pay her, give her the contract, and then bring it. I still don't think, although, what's the other girl's name? She's pretty good.
Yeah.
But she's still not needed.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what that was about.
The dynamic is kind of off to me. I used to listen to Breakfast Club every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dynamic is off to me. Because when you think about Yee, when she was there, like the chemistry was like, even though we didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, that she did not want to be a part of the show anymore, but the chemistry to me was like phenomenal. Like you can see the dynamic.
Well, that's the Breakfast Club we all learned.
Yeah, that was 10 years of it. So yeah,
sure.
So we're used to that.
Because I think even with the new girl, I think they have great chemistry. But I think the only thing that's not great is Jess is still, both of them. Jess is still trying to figure out my mind mentally what's going on here, and old girl is just trying to hurry up and fit in. So it keeps making sense.
But that's what's off for me is that what is her name?
I don't even. That's how you know she's
right.
Not
That's
needed.
what's crazy.
We don't even know her name.
But she's there. And it's like, even when she has her segment where she does the trending topics, I don't know what they call it anymore, but it's like it's forced.
Yeah.
It's like she's trying to be a figure in a position that she's not needed.
Yeah.
Like that could be just as mess and whatever else.
I think it's deeper than what we know. I feel like she owes somebody something, or somebody owes her something, or the no-name girl. Yeah. She really is really no point. You know, even when, let's be honest, the Breakfast Club didn't miss a beat with Angela E.F.
No.
Like those moments where it was just them two, it was still a great show, to one of the most watched shows.
Yeah.
Ad and Jess was a cheap upgrade.
Yeah.
We get the woman, we get a comedian, we can pay her pennies compared to what we paying them. And I think that might have been a slap in the face to Jess. It's like, y'all already, it's not like y'all paying me $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's like, if y'all want me out of here, y'all really have to want me out of here for personal reasons. Because it's really a good deal, because she's grown to be a figure.
Right.
And y'all paying her nowhere near what she probably worth now.
And the way she fits into the show is flawless.
Yeah.
To me, like she's like, I feel comfortable with her being on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if they don't think she's polished enough. Like Angela was.
Yeah. Also, I think it's a lot about like she still works a lot. Like, people have to realize that's her second job. Yeah, like she's still touring.
But that's why she's still touring. Yeah. Because she's not getting paid the Yee money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, why would I tour? I'll do some stuff here and there, but
without the tour, is she relevant?
Is she relevant?
Without being in comedy actively, is she relevant? Because without that, we wouldn't know. Now
you sound like Corey Holcomb. That's what he said.
Hey, you know, Corey Holcomb's one of my favorite, but politically, I can't listen to him. Yeah. Politically, my God. Like, I don't know why he just do stand up and leave the rest alone. Like, you hip the Foolish out of Detroit.
Yeah.
I heard him for the first time a couple months ago. We did he was the comedian, I was the music in Detroit. And when I heard him, I said to myself, like, this dude is like another Corey Holcomb. And then like months later, he was opening up for Corey Holcomb.
Oh,
now
really?
he traveled with him. Yeah.
Wow.
They doing the show this month at Funny Bone together.
Okay.
Now they like boys. Yep. But that dude is the next Corey. I mean, when I say he's vulgar, but he's hilarious.
Wow.
Like, yeah. But yeah, Corey Holcomb he's crazy.
Yeah, he's a different type of dude. Like, I don't like. He said some stuff about Jess, about her not being relevant, and she's just what do you call it? A place. Like, she's just in place just for a season or whatever. Basically, that's what he said. And that the other girl, they brought the other girl because she's more polished than Jess. So now they got the balance between those two to make up for Angela Yee not being there.
Let's be honest. Marketing wise, they set themselves up for a great comeback of Jess. That scrutiny got them views.
Yeah,
I think I don't know what the plan was. Was it to live that out or to actually get rid of Jess? Maybe they was going to get rid of Jess, but they seen the backlash and stopped. Yeah. But really keeping them both there, it keeps the mess going, so it keeps the views up. Like,
But that's what it is now. That's where the most views come from is mess. Yeah. Like I had the podcast workshop last weekend, and this girl, I don't think she'll mind. Her name is Rhea. And she has a beauty line and does makeup and all this stuff.
Rhea Love, I think it is.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm thinking, okay, your podcast, I had Jasmine Lynn here, and she was talking about she's doing the podcast about mental health and all this stuff. And so I'm asking Rhea, like, so you're going to do the podcast about beauty and fashion or whatever. Oh, no, it's going to be about mess. I'm like, oh, okay, I can respect that.
Yeah.
Because that's what gets views now is mess. Yeah. You talk about celebrity mess, you talk about local mess or whatever. That's what gets the views. So I understand marketing-wise why the Breakfast Club is going to leave the situation there, because it creates tension. Tension creates mess. People want to watch mess. People want to watch 90 Day Fiancé because these people are crazy, not knowing each other and getting married, and it's going to create...
But you know what's scary about the world right now is and I just realized it through the Kai Connect guy. Did you see when Kevin Hart was on there?
Yeah.
Did you see the deleted clip of Kevin grabbing the camera off his desk and walking in the hallway? The whole time, I never watched the whole show of Kai Connect. I just seen clips. I never was interested in none of that. But it was something about the Kevin episode, that one thing he did, I seen a clip, I couldn't believe it. Kevin was like, man, all this stuff fake. This ain't for real. No, just playing. Kevin grabbed the camera and walked out the room. It was I'm thinking he was really in his bedroom in his house.
He's done?
He walked out the room. There's 10 TVs with 20 people watching. It's a whole production.
Oh, wow.
And so then, that's what got my wheels turning about him. I seen he was doing this streamer university thing. And he had like 100-something streamers, and he rented out a college, and they was, so quote-unquote, sleeping in the dorms and all that. And everybody was 100-something of them. They was all live the whole time, and really it's like they created a false reality. And then you got 100-something people. You got to think, if Kai Connect can make people believe that he's just this guy and he's got people sleeping over his house overnight, if he can make that much influence, then think about if you get 100-something people to all come together. They all created this false reality for 3 weeks. And people was buying into it and thinking, I mean, you had like the DDG guy acting like he was in love with the India Love girl, but she really wanted to do Dennis. And I'm like, this is a big false reality. And we just believe in it because there's so many people involved.
This is what got me, what you just said, though, about the Kevin Hart episode. I didn't see that. So that's not Kai's bedroom?
It's possible.
But you saying outside of that is like a production?
It's a production room.
What?
Screens, 10 to 15 people watching them. Like,
I'm thinking, because I saw one episode where it was just Kai and a couple of his friends, and he go from the bedroom to like the bathroom, and he had the robot with him and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, this dude must got a lot of like cameras just set up and plugged into like a system, and he's just like doing. No, it's somebody like producing.
It was a production, from what I seen. Now I don't know if that was like a spoof, but from what I seen, it looked real, but it makes sense though. I mean, you gotta think that because Kai Connect doesn't even own a stream.
Huh?
It's like a company or something that they. I think.
Really?
You think so? I thought I read that. I'm gonna have to look into it.
I thought it was just dude was young and
but it makes sense though.
And
you gotta think about it. If somebody was making that type of waves, of course there's gonna be a big company coming. Hey, we're gonna pay you this money. We're gonna do this and that. So it may have started that way.
Right.
But now he's too big to manage that himself. That's a big, like the Streamer University and all that. That's a big, like they had security guards walking around.
It could be.
They wasn't allowed to take pictures with the kids, the college kids. They was stopping them like, no, you're not allowed to talk to them. They couldn't talk to them. It was videos of security stopping people. They was sending people home from Streamer University because they was engaging with people that wasn't in the university. And that's why I'm like, what is going on here? Like, this is crazy. But
hey, you never know, huh?
Yeah, look into that, man. You would be surprised, man. It was a lot of different stuff going on. I'm like, I was really worried about the kids. Like, this is too much. You know, it's kind of like, you know, back in the day, I just found out that Barney was a black man. You know that? Him and Hip Hop Harry. I never knew that.
Yeah.
But it's like that concept.
Oh, Elmo was too.
Really?
Yeah.
Just creating characters and like it's so crazy because think about how crazy that is. It's like the guy that played Joker. In order for him to get in that character, he ended up killing himself because he went crazy. Like I just feel like people that we think we know like Kai Connect, we'll never really know who he really is.
Right. Man.
But we just subject to know what he gives us.
But what's crazy is my reaction here is like, what happens when a kid who wants to be the next Kai is finds out like that's not even real.
Right.
Like this is why I aspire to be. I aspire to be a streamer. Like I want to be a streamer and make all this money. Like no one would ever be that way.
Think about like all the streamers, the couples that do all the same fake pranks and.
Well, see now I know a couple, Robert Sawyer and his wife.
Yeah.
So and I know that they plan these things ahead of time. Yeah. It's a TV show. It's a production. It's a production. Even if they're producing it themselves, it's planned, written out productions that they do. It's not like this stuff happens and I'm pranking them and they don't know about it. Like no, they become actors. Like this stuff is not real. Only thing real now, I can't even say this, is podcasting. And I don't even know if 100% that's real.
You know, I will say that there was me and Jesse look at the camera and say it. There's some things we was going to talk about. He said, no, we're going to save it for the podcast. So it is real. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't planned out. We had our topics planned out. Like, we've been talking for a minute about everything.
Right, hour and a half. Almost 2 hours, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of false reality out right now. And it's kind of scary. This AI stuff, I was really hoping that the government banned it. It's really, I mean, you got nursing and people in college that's letting ChatGPT write their papers. Yeah. I mean, we talking about people that's supposed to hold high positions. Yeah. That's scary, man.
Well, now I think they have it regulated to where the systems can recognize AI content.
Okay.
So now it's kind of like, okay, you can use AI for research, but you can't use AI to basically write your dissertation and all this stuff to get your degrees. Just like back when Google first came out, you can use Google for research, but you can't use Google to copy and paste a whole book onto your papers.
AI writing books for folks now too.
Yeah, they doing that.
If AI ever start to play the saxophone, I'm done.
They can actually.
Right. They can?
Yeah, they can.
Not live?
Oh, well, not live, no. I mean, but that could be coming because you see robots playing basketball and all this stuff. Look up this robot on TikTok. I forgot what I think he's called Rizbot. And he goes around like rizzing people.
Talking to women.
And it's funny, but it's like strange.
I ain't gonna lie. As you know, I'm married now, but the guys that do the Riz videos, I'm like, man, they having a good time, man. You just literally making content, going around talking to different women. Yeah. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Like you getting paid for that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's insane.
But I be thinking like, what's the one real tall guy? His name is King. He like 6'8".
I know what you're talking about.
But I'm like, how do you contain all these women? Because most of them are beautiful and gorgeous. So it's like you wanna. I would pay to sit down and talk to him. Like, so what is going on? Like, are you getting a new one every night.
Even
like,
what's the guy's name who go into the grocery stores? I just followed him. Like, he's on TikTok and on Facebook. He does the same thing.
Just risen girls.
All in the eating older ladies, get their phone numbers and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what
do you do with all those numbers?
Time of his life, and then people believe in the comments like, did you call her? Are you like checking like she was nice? Like, did you call her?
Right.
Like, nothing.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know what happens in real life, but like in the comments, like he says like, oh, nothing. Like, we just. Like, I don't know. Like,
now, one reality, I don't know if it's false or not, that I do like. Well, I don't watch a lot of TV. That pop the balloon stuff, man.
You know, I was watching that for a minute, but it got too harsh. Like, man, these dudes are like crazy.
Well, I think they start bringing in, at first, like the lineups of people was all in the same. I think they had to start bringing people in the same realm because you had different age brackets, different people. So now they are trying to make it more realistic. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting. Like, I like to watch it.
They have that on Netflix now.
What, Pop the Balloon?
Yeah.
The Arlette one?
I don't know who's running it, but it's on Netflix. It's called Pop the Balloon.
Me and my wife, we watched that and we will try to think, well, who you think she gonna match with him? But it'd be some funny stuff on there, man. Funny stuff. I'm waiting on them to do a Toledo one. I think that would be hilarious.
I thought there was one.
I haven't seen it.
Somebody said they was doing a Pop the Balloon in Toledo. I don't know if it actually happened yet.
That would be very interesting, but yeah, that's funny.
We will not be participating in that personally.
No, I'm married. I can't. And you gotta let So
yeah. Listen, let's not. So this has actually been a great. I haven't had one of these episodes in years.
Really?
Years.
Oh, so it's just been you doing takes and stuff?
No, I mean, I've done conversations, but as far as like the way the conversation went and how long it went, it's been years. Last time I had a conversation like this was probably with my brother.
Okay.
When we did one together. Other than that, it's been like, okay, you know.
But you know what? You had when you was over there at the last studio, you had a streak of great shows. I mean, I really enjoyed Tim Petaway in them sports show. Man, was it Bud Davis with him on that? Tim Petaway, Lance and Arlinda had a show.
Yep.
RC had
self-explanatory.
a show.
RC's was I forgot the name of his, but man, like
Shannon had one. We had one, League of Love.
Yeah,
but it was some good shows. Man.
It was. You know what? I loved it. Like, I loved just.
Sandy Brown had.
Had the basketball show.
Man,
oh my God,
that was a good.
Man,
it was like a whole network. Like,
it was.
Literally.
No, it wasn't. It was a network. We had a true network.
The morning show.
The morning show. So
I really enjoyed that show.
People reached out from Columbus and down southern Ohio was like wanted to know how we built a network.
Rise and Grind. Rise and Grind. That's when I was working. That'd be like 7 years ago.
5.
I was still working in the office. I used to watch that every morning. Like, that was a good group of people. The jail was good.
It was perfect for Toledo.
Yeah.
It was like the Breakfast Club of Toledo.
Literally.
Yeah.
They brought on guests and talked about businesses and stuff. Like, that was cool.
I mean, it could be something that could be done again. It's just like the funding has to be there. That's the only problem. I
remember when we had the whole network meeting, we talked about just how high the internet bill was.
Oh,
like,
my
Jesus.
God.
I never thought that it would be like that.
It's changed now.
Oh, okay.
Because Buckeye was ripping us.
So it's more affordable now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's more affordable now.
Got you.
Just because technology has moved in a certain way to where now there's fiber, even with what we have, like, this was a lot cheaper, like, to put together than it was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't even tell. I'll tell you the number after we're on air, but the number was crazy.
Wow.
What we had to invest for that to happen, but this time it's like where we're at is a lot cheaper. Mm-hmm. The equipment a lot cheaper. Mm-hmm. The Buckeye bill will be a lot cheaper. Mm-hmm. Like, everything.
Gotcha.
And it's just because of the way technology has moved. But back then, during COVID, when everybody wanted to stream, everybody wanted space. The numbers were like,
and it took a decent amount of time, especially for that morning show. Something like that take consistency,
man,
and probably a long time of like no traction.
Yep.
But you stay consistent.
Oh, man, listen, our first week of episodes, we probably had 5 people watching.
Wow.
5 people. And I can name the 5 people.
Though.
Huh?
Y'all end up having thousands of viewers. Though.
Yeah, I can name the 5 people. That's what's crazy.
Wow.
Like, the same 5 people watched every week until it started building up. And it started building because of the way we did it as a network. Because when you look at the morning show, everybody on the morning show had their own show.
Oh, literally, yeah.
So everybody with their own show. Okay, Leah had her. I'm so sorry, Leah. She had her show called. Because it was Leah, and then she had a girl with her.
It was Jesus, the brown skinned girl.
What's the name of the show?
That was a good show too.
Yeah. So they had their own show.
Chanel, something like that. But
Clyde had his own show. Had the countdown, the video.
He wasn't a part of the original.
No, it was Treese.
Yeah.
Treese, who was the mouth of Toledo, who was the best choice to ever do a morning show because he brought energy.
Oh yeah,
he brought energy that nobody else could ever do.
Yeah, any time because I do a lot of weddings with Lou. Yeah, any wedding Lou do, bring Treese on the mic. Yes. And I always play cocktail hour, and Big Treese always shows up in the middle of the cocktail hour. And no matter where I'm at in the room, where the entrance is, I'll know he's there because he say, Highsmith, you better play that on. Every time. And I'm like, oh, Treese is here. But his energy is unmatchable. I've never seen it low. His energy is always
And I think about that all the time. Like, I thought about that all the time. And I said this to him. I said, how in the world do you come in here every single morning and have that energy? Like, have that same energy?
Filming like 6, 7, wasn't you?
We will get there at 7:30 and start filming at 8.
That's still early though.
Yeah. So I mean, you had to get up at 6 to be there, and he brought that same. And he used to go play basketball, like at least 2 days out the week
before he came. Jesus.
So yeah, he had that energy. Like that was unmatchable, unreplaceable. So.
Yeah, man. Hopefully you do something like that again because that was a good show. I literally stopped. Like I used to watch Breakfast Club first, but I just started watching y'all, and I watched Breakfast Club later. Like catch it on YouTube. Like y'all definitely had a good show for sure.
Yeah, appreciate that. Like I mean, you were part of the network though. Like you were part of the growth of what we did.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time. Like I said, people from out of town are reaching out to us and trying to get tips on how to build a black-owned network. Like we were the first black-owned like podcast network in Ohio. That's
great. And I remember like Lance and them, they used to do the reunion shows after the season.
Yeah,
all the people back. Like, it was good times. It was good times.
Listen,
so that was COVID time.
That was COVID time. And then we did the Christmas show and had everybody from the network come by and say something on the mic. And man, that was...
And then you wanted to move to LA. Thanks a lot.
So I'm to blame for the network.
Hey, you was the head honcho, but no, maybe one day, man. But that was a good group of shows, really.
It was.
And I don't like watching TV, so podcasting is my thing.
You know what? I do that more than I watch TV, unless I'm watching sports.
Yeah, I want to start watching. Is that Ryan Carter and them that's got the podcast?
Yeah, the Pivot.
Did you see that episode with Steve Harvey?
I didn't watch that.
Man, you talking about a great episode.
Was it?
Wow, great episode. I was on my way back from Lansing from a gig, and that episode took me all the way back 2.5 hours. Like it was Steve Harvey's a great guy for us. So they talked about like the stuff with Shannon Sharp. You know, and when you think about it, I'm hoping it was the producers. I don't like the direction Shannon Sharp was going because it was like you were only interested in the mess. You had Cat Williams on there. He did do all that talk. You literally went and got everybody that he talked about and brought them on the show.
Yeah.
And then tried to pretty much say, well, I just thought it was fair to let them speak their own piece. But you know what it was doing. You know, it's like...
But he had Steve Harvey on the show first, right? And then brought Cat Williams on. And then Cat Williams started talking about... And then he brought Cedric and all the other people.
And if I wouldn't be surprised if Cat Williams reached out to them after Steve Harvey's interview.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, like...
To be on the show?
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah. This is like... I don't know. Maybe it should have been a screening. Like, well, wait, why do you want to be on here?
Yeah,
like, if he would have said, "I'm
because right now, Cat, you're not relevant."
Yeah.
You became relevant after
through that interview.
Yeah.
So if you would have told Shannon them, well, then again, I was gonna say if you
depends
told them,
on what their idea of like maybe they liked the fact that it was messy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, because he literally went on there to discredit every other comedian, and it's like, so you mean to say no? Only one he said he didn't talk about was the what was it? It was a earthquake.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, you keep saying, well, I ain't got nothing to say about earthquake. We don't care about earthquake.
Right.
Like who's going to earthquake show? Like you know, what I'm saying? Normally when earthquake is on the ticket, it's like 10 other people. It's like he's cool, but but I don't know. I don't know. Especially Steve Harvey. I think Steve Harvey is one of the most transparent comedians we've seen, and he actually has a great story. He went through a lot. Oh so for you to get
being
on
homeless and all this stuff, like I think his story is absolutely real.
Yeah.
For him to discredit it like that and say that he's
Tom, basically.
Yeah.
But, and this is the thing, though. This is why it goes back to what we said earlier. Like, I hate people that discredit people for working for the people. But most people that try to discredit, they're working for the people too. Like, and even as an entrepreneur, I tell people all the time, like, if I hate that mindset that I wasn't meant to work for nobody. I tell people all the time, like, I don't feel like, as an entrepreneur, I feel like I have more bosses than I ever had
I was
in my
just
life.
about to say that. As a person who does videography, especially graphic design, like I don't do graphics for myself. My job is to make the customer happy. My job is to make you happy. If it was up to me, I would do it a certain way and that's it. But because I have other people to satisfy, which are bosses, customers, I work for those people. I work for you. I don't work for myself. Only thing that I do for myself is pay myself.
Yeah,
that's it.
I just tell people, as an entrepreneur, I feel like I am a glorified problem solver and phone answerer. That's literally. I mean, literally, like my guys that work for me would tell you, like they always make fun, like you ain't never here painting or doing stuff with us, and the days that I would try, I would have to keep answering the phone. And they would get to the point, they would be like, just go.
Right.
Just go. Answering the phones, both these phones been going nuts since we got in here. It's a full-time job. I mean, and it looks glorious, and like all you got to do is answer the phone. But it's all on you. I tell people all the time, they think it's fun being the boss until you realize that everybody's mistakes are yours. Yeah. I could not even be there.
Wow.
And I just had a customer today told one of my guys, he said, well, if I see something wrong, I'm not going to talk to you about it. He's the one there doing the work. He said, no, I'm going to call Shawn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's, and rightfully so. We make the money. That's how we make the money. But I just wish people would be more transparent, man. It's so many times I wished I could have just stayed working a regular job. I tell my wife all the time, like, making great money, but it might not be worth it. I can honestly say that as a person, I've changed a lot. Some in good ways, some ways not the best. You know, I'm very, you know, especially in my marriage, you know, it's affected a lot. You know what I'm saying? my patience is low. You know, as a man, we are, especially in marriage, we are supposed to be the leader. Yeah. And I had to tell my wife when I said I have to lead grown man all day, every day. So sometimes it's hard coming here making all the decisions too. I want to get here, and it could be something small like what you want for dinner tonight.
Right.
I don't want to make that decision.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just really wish people spoke more about the struggles. Like, I've made more sacrifices in my life by far as an entrepreneur than doing anything else. Like,
and a lot of people say you have more freedom as an entrepreneur. You can work as many hours as you, or you don't have to work 40 hours a week. Like, that is absolutely not true.
Yeah.
Like so there's times where I say I'm gonna go to the studio, go to the office from 9 until 2 o'clock. But at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night, I may be doing some marketing, doing some artwork, doing some SEO stuff with the website. So I'm still working at home. Sometimes I'm working like 120 hours a week because I'm working at home along with working at the studio or working or doing on location stuff with production, with video.
And it's hard to even count the time because you got to think about, like, mentally. Like me, I'm jealous of people that can just sleep with no problem. Like, my mind moves so much that literally, you know, I like, say you sleep and you know I have to wake up and use the bathroom. I'm jealous of those people that can get back in the bed and go right to sleep.
Right.
Like, literally, if it's any ounce of anything that wakes me up, my mind starts moving immediately and I can't stop. Like, my sleeping schedule, I literally fall asleep about 10:30. I wake up at about 2:50, 3 a.m. every morning.
Wow.
And I'm up until about 6, and I may go back to sleep. But like this morning, I've been up since 3 this morning.
Wow.
But that's when I do all my marketing, man. I call it shots in the dark. So musically, like all these residencies and you see me getting, I literally message all those people.
Wow.
Like I can say 1 or 2 called me, was like, we want you for a residency. But there's no shame in my game. I literally scour the internet for new lounges and restaurants, and I shoot them a whole marketing scheme. Like, hey man, I could bring this to your business, and that's what I do. I call it shots in the dark. So at 3 a.m. I'm on TikTok looking up new lounges and stuff, shooting out some information to them. And it's work.
Yeah.
But that's the only time the world is really at peace. Like the after hours is closed at round 2 or whatever, and so from that 3 to 7 in the morning, that's golden time for me. The dog is in the cage, my wife upstairs snoring.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go in my basement, cut on my LED lights, light a candle, and I get on my iPad, man. That's when I do all my marketing, all my flyer making, ideas, shots in the dark. Yeah.
Man, because I do something similar as far as like sending out messages, but I do it by email. Like especially with web design, because that's a big money maker. Like web design and video production is probably the biggest money maker. So I go to like, say for instance, real estate. I choose one subject a day. So real estate, I go to real estate, Google Toledo, Perrysburg, Maumee real estate companies. I go to those companies. I click on their website. If their website is not there or is something that's outdated, I'll send them an email. Marketing email about like what I can do to enhance what blah blah blah, and just go down the line, sending out at least, I can't even count. So plenty of emails per subject as far as real estate businesses, painting businesses.
Speaking of that, and I'm gonna give out a nugget here. I've never said this publicly. The main thing that I did that grew my business so much with H&H. I came up with this idea. You know, when you go on Zillow, I remember when I was looking to buy a house, go on Zillow, and then you click the houses that's for rent or for sale. I noticed one day that it's also a third tab on it that says sold. And so I had this thing. So I used to do all my estimates on Saturday mornings. So what I would do was Friday evening, I would go on Zillow. I would filter it from that week. All the houses that sold that week, scout them. Well, this house it's a nice house, but the cabinets need to be painted. This nice house, but it's got wallpaper. I literally would go to I would make a list about 20 houses every week, and I would go and strategically pick out the ones that needed our services and just put our marketing pieces in the mailbox.
What?
Yeah, and that's technically legal.
It is legal?
It's just like, it's something like that. I had one person tell me, like, you're not allowed to do this. But that's what I did, and that helped me grow my business. I mean, we was getting contracts. Because that's the only way. That was one only way to strategically find the people that obviously needed us.
So basically, you cut your marketing time in half.
Yeah,
probably more than half. Probably like 90%. Yeah. Because when you think about it, like when you pass out flyers or whatever, or you do a marketing blast, email blast or whatever, if you send out 1,000 emails or newsletters, only 10% is going to return. 50% is probably going to open it. 10% is going to return and say, okay, I want your business or whatever, or I want a quote. So you cut that in half by going, I'm not going to go through every single channel.
Well, also, it's another thing I did, and I used to tell people, you have to find a way to delegate the marketing. I'm only one person. I can only market so much. You have to find ways to make people intentionally do it. So what I had the idea with that was started making relationships with realtors. Once a week, I would take a realtor out to lunch, one that I never took before.
Really?
And it would just be, we would sit down, I would pay for the lunch, and I would just tell them, hey, listen, these are services we offer. It's going to make you look good as a realtor. You're going to get the job done. It's going to be affordable. It's going to be no hassle. It's a one-stop shop. Wow. And like one realtor, I worked a lot like that with Monica Davis. Me and Monica have done a lot of projects. I took care of a lot of her customers. But that way, you have to think, like, when realtors buy these, convincing people that this house can work for you, hey, they be like, well, man, look at this shelf. This is what I got a guy that could take that out. These cabinets not fair. I got a guy that can make these look brand new. I got a company that do this and that. And it just sold itself. And this is what we talked about. So it helps them out and you at the same time. So that's what I told you about earlier. Marketing is everything. You can have the skills and all of that, but you won't go so far without good marketing. And you can have subpar work and great marketing, you know. So, and I think that was the best thing. I kind of had like a little small marketing company before I bought my modeling company. And that's just what I brought to the table. When I bought that company, I had never painted or done anything in the house in my life.
Wow.
Literally, it was that's a whole nother story. My wife and her parents started that company.
Okay.
Things didn't go the best. They was behind back taxes. I bought the company from them simply because my wife is the CEO. You know how that goes. CEO don't pay the money, they coming after me. So I just had the mentality, I'm gonna leave here with something. Yeah. So I said I'll pay the thousands of dollars, but y'all need to sign out. I'm taking over the company, and it was like fine. Wow. And it's the H&H you see today. But I had no employees. No knowledge. I hired a mentor. Well, I ain't gonna say hire. He didn't let me play him, but I publicly and will say this, and anyone I always do, Facebook, whatever. If it wasn't for Clyde Kennard, if it wasn't for Clyde Kennard, there would never have been an H&H with my name attached to it. Clyde was my mentor. When I took over the company, we had a few employees. They didn't want to move to the next phase that I was trying to do, so they all quit. So Clyde called me for an update, like, man, how's it going? And I'm like, it's not going anymore. It's just over with. And he's like, what you mean? I told him what happened. He said, I'm not going to let you quit because you're making too much tracks. And he said, I'm going to give you 2 of my employees until you get your own.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for Clyde Kennard doing that, this company would never be anything. Wow. And now to this day, me and Clyde are great friends. We share offices. We tackle projects together sometimes. We talk every day, multiple times a day. And I'm forever indebted to that dude, man. I tell him that all the time. But we have a great friendship. There's no competition. We are competition, but there's no competition. Yeah. But I'll scream that to the mountaintop because without that, I would never have a company.
Listen, Clyde will always be an inspiration to me. Like this is before COVID. This is probably like 2018. I was still working at Jeep, but I was like 1 foot out the door. He told me, like, he's like, don't quit your job until you know 100% like this is what you want to do. Like, don't take all those benefits away from you until you know that what you're doing is going to pay for what you do and for how you want to live. And it was times to where he would like throw me projects that can you do this logo for me? Can you do this for me? Like, can you like design this thing for my wife's daycare? Like, just stuff that he probably already had done, but because he know that I wanted to make this like a full-time job, like he would throw me stuff. And like he is a great person, great man, great motivator, great entrepreneur. Like he would come to me for consultation and pay me for it. Like I don't charge for consultation, but because he respected my time, he would do that for me.
Yeah, he don't talk about it. He got a great story. I mean, Clyde started his company with a small truck and a lawnmower. He started cutting grass first, and then made it to all this stuff. And now him and his wife own a daycare and Rita's now, and it's like everything that he's done. I'm inspired. Like I've literally watched him. I mean, people even with Rita's, man, Clyde was in there working. I felt bad as a friend because I come out rap with you while you work, but Clyde would be in there working just to cut costs on the bill. I mean, he would be in there at 2, 3 in the morning, putting up tile and stuff himself. I mean, by himself. I would ride by leaving the bar. I'm leaving the bar at 1 in the morning. Ride by, read the light on. His truck is out there. He in there working. Like, so I just admire that. Like, he never asked for handouts. Yeah. You know, Clyde, go get it. You know, in anything that he do. And I've always been inspired by him. But that's a good guy for sure. Is.
Absolutely. For sure. So it's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But that's what happens when you have a good conversation, though. Yeah. I appreciate you, though. Like,
I appreciate the opportunity.
Coming on the show.
we got to talk about Black Friday before I leave.
Black Friday. What's happening Black Friday?
Black Friday is an annual show.
Okay.
I do a show called Lovers and Friends every Black Friday. And it started just from the Usher song Lovers and Friends, but we kind of made that like the staple of the show. Last year we sold out about 350 tickets.
Wow.
We like 35 days from the show, and we already over 200 tickets now.
Okay.
But it's to highlight local talent in a major way. This year we got some people. I've always wanted to always tap into more than what other people tap into. You know, we got the greats that always, but Nitra Cherie, she's going to be singing. We got Tracy, the Rare Breed, he's singing. But we got some new faces that the city hasn't seen much of. It's a guy, Marquise.
Okay.
And when I say this brother can sing, we bringing in some out of town talent. Got a girl out of Lorain, Ohio that's really good. Jay-Sean Champion out of Cleveland. He's wrote for big artists and stuff. It's a heavy lineup. I think it's gonna be a beautiful show. Sax Fifth, I'll be on stage with them the whole night. We got the Wall Music Band. They've been holding it down for years. But it's a great show. I think all VIP tables are sold out. But we got single tickets left. You can purchase at the door if we don't sell out, but it'll be food there. It's a cash bar, live band. We got DJ Stevie Chanel, some of the best DJing in the city. We got two of the best hosts, Lisa Hickman, country, Mr. Good Knees. So it's a stacked card. It's an all black affair. Put on your best all black. It's a grown and sexy event, and it's gonna be a good time. November 28th, Black Friday at the Area Hall.
On where's that at?
Lexus and Telegraph.
Off of Lexus and Telegraph.
Yeah.
So how can people get tickets?
So they are on Eventbrite. Tickets are on Eventbrite. Just type in Lovers and Friends. All the VIP tables are sold out. So, but if we do have physical tickets are being sold at Kim Cakes in Rossford. I think it's a beauty salon we're gonna be selling at. But me, Ryan Noble. McIntyre Noble, he has tickets on hand. So just get in touch with one of us. We'll have physical tickets. But Eventbrite is up as well. And
how can people get in touch with you about your business and about music?
Man, I'm a simple guy. You go on Facebook, Shawn Highsmith. I do have a music page, Sax Fifth Music. Instagram is Sax Fifth Music. TikTok is Sax Fifth Music. But man, I got the same phone number for everything. I got one phone that I don't give people the number to just to have a line that's not so crazy. But my number's everything the same one. 356-384-5419, of course. But I'm very easy to get a hold of.
All right. Appreciate you coming on the show. Appreciate your information and education and just inspiration.
Appreciate that.
Now before I let you go, this is something that I do for every episode. Gratitude plays a big part in my life and who I am. Of course, growing up in church, so I'm thankful for what God has given me as a gift, for my family and for Him protecting me from any kind of danger. I'm so thankful. I haven't missed a day of prayer in years. What are 3 things that you're absolutely grateful for?
Man, I'm grateful to God for chances. I used to live a totally different life, and I don't really talk about it much just because I just don't think your past matters when you live in your present. But sometimes it does. But that's my motto. But I'm definitely grateful for chances. I've been given a lot of chances to make it, to be this guy, however people views me. Friendships. I'm big on friendships and relationships because that's really how all this stuff move.
Yep.
A lot of my success has come from just my name and being friends with great people and associating with great people. And I have some great friends. I cannot. A lot of people can't say that. A lot of people think I got a million friends. I associate with people, but I have a small core of friends that I'm just really grateful for. And let's see, grateful, gratitude. Time is another big one.
Yeah.
I'm 35 now, and it's funny. I feel old, man.
Not old at all.
but right, I look back at everything that I've done in my life, man, and you couldn't do all these things without time, man.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think about just being on earth. And it's like, man, you see people just, I was just telling myself the other day, somebody passed, who was it? I'm not going to say who, but somebody passed. And, you know, for 2-3 days, that's all you see in your timeline. That person, they passed. And after about 3 weeks, you just don't hear about them. Then you think, like, man, they passed. So, man, you know, you just never know when it's your time, man. Yeah. And I've learned, you know, my wife, she used to get on me about that bad because I would, like, hoard money and stuff. When you don't come from, I grew up on Belmont Junction, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, my father did all right for himself, but we wasn't rich by no means. So it was like, you know, I would just, especially as an entrepreneur, when you're a new entrepreneur, when you see the money come in sporadically, you don't know when it's coming, when it's going to stop. So I would hoard. So one day my wife was like, you want to save up all this money for what? To look at it? And I sat there and thought about it like, you know what, you're right. And I started living a little more. I never, and, you know, so that's, so time is definitely one. And I've learned to spend more of my time just smiling and having a good time, and I'm grateful. I tell people I don't have to be rich. I never wanted to be rich and famous, and now I feel like I've got to a sweet spot where I'm not rich, but I wake up and do what I want to do every day, and that's enough for me, man. I could live in Toledo the rest of my life, and I would call it a win. Wow. You know, a lot of people, like, you know, this is a small city and da-da-da. I say, well, if you can't conquer this city, you got no business trying to conquer
go somewhere else.
Yeah, so. And no pun intended, but a lot of people go and come back, you know, and there's no shame in that. Right. But I'm just cool here, man. Like, I just feel like Toledo is actually a good city to live in. It is, yeah. You can make decent money. You don't have to pay a lot to live here. And you can go enjoy yourself elsewhere and then come back home.
You can go visit. Go vacation.
Yeah, like you said. Yeah. Everybody should experience LA. Just go for a month. Yeah. You know, and that might be something I may want to do one day. Just for like a month and see. You know, I never wanted to move from Toledo, but in music, it depends. I may have to.
Well, you know what? Like I told my brother, so you can make art here and send it to wherever around the world because everything now is digital.
Well, making money, the streams, you get paid nothing though. But, but the only reason why I consider moving is right now I drive so much. You know, this city doesn't really appreciate that type of music. Yeah. And like I said, when I got in the game, that's what I wanted to change. So now I'm finding myself on the road 4 days out the week, you know, and it's like I'm tearing my cars. I just had to purchase a vehicle just for the road because I was putting a lot of miles on my favorite vehicle. So I was thinking, like, you know, if you live in the Houston area, so many huge cities around you that it's enough gigs to just play local. Right. But I don't have that luxury. All my residencies are outside of Toledo. I don't play at not one restaurant and lounge in Toledo. In Toledo, I just do private gigs in my own shows. And that's another conversation. But they were right when they said, you know, people outside of your city would appreciate you more. Yeah. When I say, I mean down to the tip jar. I mean, Toledo, you're not getting $1 in that thing, you know. But any other city
that's crazy.
Man, I played a festival in New York, man. Just how they treat me is just, you know. But I get it. People just used to me. I've been here all my life, so I don't take offense to it. Yeah,
I get the same thing. Yeah, like I don't think I'm a celebrity by any means, but people know me because of the morning show. People know me. Like I go into Chick-fil-A one time, and dude was like, "I know you from somewhere." I said, I don't know. Did we work together? And he went back and got the food and where is that? He said, Rise and Grind Morning Show. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, that's me. But yeah, like I don't consider myself like famous or a celebrity like at all. But, you know, I see what you're saying. It's like people in your own city don't appreciate who you are, what you can bring. And that's just where that's everywhere.
Well, it's because he's tangible, you know. But the beauty in it is that's God's way of showing you your value.
And sometimes humility.
Yeah,
at the same time.
For sure. Because you have a great show to sell. I've had to cancel a show before because just tickets didn't move. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and then you go out in other cities and they paying you just to come do the show and they'll sell the tickets for you. Like, you know, so... But it all comes with the territory, man. I never want to be one of those people. Like, I was actually going to make a post the other day. A lot of posts I'll be about to make, and I'm like, never mind.
Change your mind.
But I really want to make a post like, you know, don't worry about it. You see a lot of Toledo people claim, you know, number one, nobody owes you anything as an entrepreneur. You know, people like, oh, this city don't support. This city don't do this. Well, they don't have to. Right. You know, and if but this city is one city in this whole world, you know. So it's like once I seen, now every place that wants some live music has called me in the city, but don't want to pay. You know, they want to pay. So once I seen that and I seen other cities, I just started branching out. So now I'm, you know, on the road all the time, but that's what it takes. But so I'm okay with it. But I do believe that the city has given me my flowers in the shows. You know, the shows sell out. That's good enough for me. Like this Lovers and Friends show, it's not even about me. It was just my way of showcasing all the other talent and us having a good time doing it. Like that's really all it's about. So you're not gonna see 30 minutes of Sax Fifth. I'm gonna be on stage with the artists, but it's more about them than it's about me. So.
All right, well, appreciate you again.
Appreciate you for having me, my brother.
And we'll see you next time on Out of Focus.